The team of King Perrin's Knights was formed in 2015 after one of our team members encouraged our tabletop role-playing group to join Extra Life. We named the team after the D&D character of another friend who passed unexpectedly earlier that year. We are pleased to continue raising money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals in his memory. Do you want to take off introducing?
Yeah, as soon as I am done posting to all of my social media, so I'm trying to post this among a couple of Discord servers as well as Messenger and Facebook.
Yeah. I will repost as well in a second.
Okay. So, welcome. We're King Perrin tonight. This is our regular once-monthly Star Trek Adventures game, where John is our game master. And we decided, since this was the day we were streaming our board game day, that we would stream this game tonight.
Hi, everybody. I'm John. We are playing Star Trek Adventures. And so tonight's adventure is going to be called The Two Tragedies. It's a little less maudlin than that makes it out to be. I know Richard was worried for a second. It's a let's see, who's that guy? It is Oscar Wilde quote, for anyone who cares to look that up. And so do people want to go around introducing themselves and their characters? That'll give me time to...
Okay. Well, I'm Richard. I'm playing Corey True, who is the Trill captain of our ship, the USS Ambition. I'm the commanding officer. My first officer... Which one of you is the first officer? I don't remember. You are. Okay.
So I am first officer. I'm also the science officer. I am a Cation named Karaka.
An Acacian is like a cat person.
Yes. I am a sexy panther.
Then our third officer.
I am Will. I'm playing Merzin Boreal, a Deltan chief engineer. Deltans are like Elia in the first Star Trek movie.
They're bald and empathic.
Yes.
Okay.
And apparently completely irresistible.
With pheromones, yeah. You can't have sex with anyone without harming them in some inexplicable way.
Then our next ranking officer.
Oh, really? I'm that high up in command?
Yeah.
Because you're
No,
always...
I'm that low.
You are...
I'm just that low.
Ensigns can boss him around, technically.
I am Lieutenant Aria. I'm a human communications officer. And that's about all I know.
You're a Blacktress.
I am a fabulous Blacktress, y'all.
That's right.
And that is all I know. Oh, I'll
That's all that matters.
No, I don't in this ship, do I?
You did. You got it brought over.
Okay.
You got special dispensation to have a stripper pole in your
I'm working to pay
quarters.
that off with the Federation
Oh.
this time.
It's socialism. It's free.
Yeah.
You get your government issued stripper pole.
That government stripper pole.
Yeah.
And our helmsman.
Yeah.
Chief Petty Officer Major Dick. I am time-displaced human from the 1980s. I will be at con.
Yep. And there are some other NPC crew members as well. There is Tapan, a female Vulcan chief of security. There is the chief medical officer, Dr. Jog. He is a male Tellarite. They're like little argumentative pig people. There is you've got your chef, Cyrus Bentley. He is a human. He's the mess officer over there, making sure y'all get fed. And then you also have a newer crew member that hopped aboard the last time you were at a starbase called Anaya. She is a female Deltan who is a counselor and was brought on to basically your good captain due to circumstances that are out of their control necessarily is being viewed as a little unstable. And so Anaya is there to keep an eye on things, and as soon as she says that everything is good, she will leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
She only with us for a while.
I mean, it's been one adventure already. She's been around for one adventure already, and you all are a little bit more traumatized than you were going into
Well, that's
it.
true.
Almost had
Very
Jesus
true.
bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 points of trauma coming in. I now have 3 in 2 different events.
But it was hard earned, I should say.
Yes.
And so where that trauma came from is that during the last away mission that you had, a new ensign on board, Ensign Miguel Herrera, ended up sacrificing himself so that the captain would live when the captain was seemingly going to be executed. So here we are. It's been about 2 weeks since those events have happened. The USS Ambition, which is the ship that you're all in, I don't know if we introduced that. It is still assigned to doing the follow-up surveys of the sectors that are nearby where you were before. It's basically the Federation version of like busy work for you guys to do, just kind of like fill in the blank spots on the star maps, everything that they did initial surveys on, you guys are kind of following up on,
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. And so you guys describe to me what you have been doing for the past 2 weeks since that away mission. What's that sound?
Red alert.
It's okay. A package was delivered or something.
Okay. Oh, and I should mention to anyone that may be watching, please donate because it will help the players materially. For every $10 that gets donated, they get to do a reroll. For every $5, they get a point of momentum, which can help them do various things inside the game.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because right now we have 5 points of threat right here for each player.
So with did we want to spend the money we got donated already to buy 4 momentum to start with?
Because we need all the help.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't have it
Let
yet.
that be a
I wouldn't
great
Okay,
do that.
decision.
so you have 4 momentum on the board then.
Okay. And I don't currently have the table cam on. If we get out minis, I will. But
Okay.
for seeing
There's
the momentum.
potential for minis tonight, depending on how you guys do things.
But they're able to see that you're handling something on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah.
And are you watching the chat? Because there's a comment
I got
that I can't.
It's mine.
Okay. Okay.
It's my general position at the table. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, what y'all been doing for the past 2 weeks? What sort of colorful business have you been up to?
I have been maintaining my court-ordered counseling sessions.
So you have Admiral ordered, I should say.
Admiral ordered.
Yes.
Okay, so we can resolve that, I think, once everyone has had their say, because I think that's
Okay.
going to be a meteor spotlight. But I'm glad that you're not dodging Anaya anymore. Anyone else? What have y'all been doing with the 2 weeks since your harrowing ordeal?
Been following up if a lot of anatomy pictures to find out if my wiener is indeed weird.
You've been hanging out with like Dr. John to be like, because he is the medical expert.
Like, what
I just
is
see you like
normal?
on the tablet, like.
You're just like
Scrolling through pictures.
you're just like
That's like me. Not like me.
you're just
like
like
me.
you're just rubbing for the doctor, saying like,
Unusual
doctor, does this
uses-
look weird? And he's just like, looks weird to me. You're a human.
I guess we're too far before that now. I was just going to say unusual uses for the dermal regenerator, but you know.
Oh God, yeah. Like, are you? I suppose.
Do they have that yet?
I
I'm like, it might be
suppose-
too early for it.
I suppose we should resolve. I do believe there is dermal regeneration.
We got a $20 donation
Oh,
from Admiral Samuel.
Yay! Thank you very
Nice.
much. So, you guys can either get 2 re-rolls or like 5 or
For momentum.
4 momentum, and I'm willing to go
Whoa.
above the cap tonight because this is a special thing.
Oh.
So,
cool.
if you
I
wanted
think
to,
we go for 4 momentum.
Yeah, that's probably
Let's
not a bad
do
idea.
it. Yeah.
all right,
Stack it up.
all right, I love it. So,
Let's get sassy.
You
Pop
get
out those extra momentum.
pop out that extra momentum, pop. Oh God, they don't even want to come out. So, going back to the incredibly important business at hand, are you asking to regenerate your character's foreskin using a dermal regenerator?
For $30, we can regenerate this food.
Oh my God. dude.
Conversations we
6
never
viewers.
thought we'd have.
I need to Google. I'll tell you in a second.
You gotta give the people what they want, Richard, and we are giving them... That's why I'm like, let's do the silly business before we get into, like, the trauma.
Right.
Are you consulting your phone to see if...
Yes.
I have determined that I am more standard. So, I am remaining as is.
Okay,
After
because...
doing my research.
Because like you've consulted with Dr. Jock, he's seen your junk, and he's just like, I can make it look all sorts of ways if you want like a ridge on
I can
there,
give it fins,
know,
like a
some-
shark
some
going through the
spikes.
water.
I can put a racing stripe on there,
The idea of a racing stripe sounds really cool, actually.
Like
You
your friend.
expect it to go that fast?
Like you're friends with him, so he's willing to do these sorts of like cosmetic things, hush
This
hush.
is my new character thing. That's how I level up. I modify things.
Are you asking?
Oh.
Are you asking him for a racing stripe on your junk? Okay, because like
God, that would fit the character though.
you would have.
Oh my god.
It would fit your character. You would have to explain things to Jillian though.
No, I'm not doing it. No.
Okay,
No.
great. You're keeping it
He's
mint.
just questioned himself after
You're
his
keeping it mint.
his away mission.
Anyone else want to talk about what they have been doing for the past 2 weeks?
I'm going to be hanging out with the chef. Apparently, me and him had some miscommunication when I was in patrol, and about just eating raw food. So me and him have been hanging out.
All right. So, are we wanting to like play that scene, or
I mean, I guess basically like, I just want to learn like what other food, because I mainly eat raw meat. So,
okay?
like, what
So
other food-
so you're culinarily curious.
yes.
So you come to the chef and you're like, teach me about teach me your ways.
Yeah.
Like so he he is like, well, you gotta do it like this when you're cooking the food. I know you're used to getting it like rare, like tartar rare.
I can say something else. Also dirty.
It's a free table.
Right. You're used to getting it raw.
Everyone watching, this is how it always is.
Yes.
So is there like a kind of food that you like to eat on like over there back on
Kitty cat
on
planet.
Acacia? Like, do y'all only eat meat or?
This is why you're a chief petty officer and not an ensign.
I was raised mainly on raw food, so I want to experience what everyone else has to offer.
Okay, so he is making like some Vulcan dishes, which are all like vegetarian. He's making you some. Let me see. What else? Like, what would a Tellarite food be?
Slug.
Dog is a delicacy with them.
Correct, but there's no ethical way of doing that before replicators. So he can't do that. I'm gonna say that there's some kind of savory gelatin probably that they have that he's gonna make with you. He's gonna show you how to do it. Because if you're in his kitchen, you are helping.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. What kind of foods do you think they would have on Delta?
Tentacles.
I'm guessing they would be mainly vegetarian too, probably.
Okay. Because I mean, yeah, they're like empathic. They can feel the pain of other things.
Right.
So like, there's some more like vegetarian dishes. I'm sure they're all very elegant. What on Trill? What kinds of foods do they have on Trill? We don't have to make it canon.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we know very much about their cuisine.
Yeah, we don't know a whole lot.
So you just tell me what you think Trill food is like.
Okay. I think that it's a lot of sushi-looking food that's probably mostly vegetarian.
Oh my gosh!
But
all
done
these
with a great presentation.
all these very ethical cultures. I'm impressed. All right. So when it comes to a lot of vegetarian food for the meat eater.
Right.
However, when it comes to like his own like personal thing, like he is going to make you some like comfort food like chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes and gravy, biscuits. Like he makes you like a down home like rib sticking meal.
Get it.
Yeah. So like how does your character react to all of that?
I mean, I would probably try all the vegetarian food. Don't know necessarily I'd go back for seconds.
Like you're like a cat that like sniffs it and like
Like puts it in my mouth and
yeah.
Or you might wait till you get back to your quarters.
you just keep it in like a pouch.
Right.
Take a hairball.
Yeah.
for the chicken fried steak, I'd probably like eat that and then just like
Oh yeah.
go find a sunny spot.
Yeah, because like because like let me tell you, like Chef Cyrus is like the cream of the crop. Like everything that he makes is like on point. He has trouble with risotto though.
Doesn't everybody?
yeah. And like souffles are tricky too. Like risotto and souffles are his weaknesses.
The inertial dampers don't compensate enough.
That's
for
true.
souffle,
It's
right?
very hard to do that.
Eggs, you know.
Like I imagine replicated food in the TOS era to be close to like MRE, like ration type things. Like they have trouble getting like sophisticated. Like you
Right.
can make like
Which is hit or miss. Some of them are
You-
good and some of them
you could make like a Nutrigrain bar, but like complex foods I think are still probably more difficult. But you know TOS is a little iffy on that. So all right, and like Arya, what have you been doing for the last
Well, mine
time?
swings into depression territory, so
Oh, okay.
do
So
everything to say first. Mine
yeah,
will
let's
lead into this.
yeah, let's.
I will continue work on the Delton prophylactic.
So did we begin it last time?
I thought we did.
Did you write it down?
Well, we said we were pursuing it, I guess. So
Okay,
maybe we didn't start
so
it
we
yet,
didn't
but yes.
start it yet. So we will do it. I figured you would want to. So let me tear off this piece of paper, and because I'm going to help you keep track of it if you'd like to keep track as well.
Okay.
But, Delton prophylactic, and for anyone watching that doesn't know, Deltons have to take a vow of celibacy when they enter into Starfleet because something about their empathic abilities that they use during lovemaking like can harm people if you're not also like empathic telepathic.
Right.
So and their pheromones make them very sexy and attractive to like everyone else. So you're also taking like pheromone
Suppressor,
suppressants. But you are wanting to try to solve that problem. The great problem
Right.
of the Delton modern age is like how do we have sex with all these aliens that we've found? Because that is that is kind of like the central aspect of your culture. Like basically everything social is done with sex. Like arguing is done with sex. You know, like everything. So I am going to say, because I'm wanting this to take a while, but I'm not wanting it to take like all campaign.
Right.
It is going to be very difficult because this is like the preeminent like problem for your people. Yeah. I'm gonna say the work is going to be 10 because this is going to be an extended task, and I'm gonna let you do it once per adventure.
Okay.
So the work is going to be 10. Difficulty, well, no, the breakthrough, yeah. Breakthrough is going to be 5. And difficulty is going to be 5.
Okay.
So I think that's going to keep you busy for a little while.
Yes.
But I will let you do the first roll on this. So you pick whatever attribute and discipline that you would like, that you think would apply to developing this. Oh, did you get a donation?
Yep. $25 from the Hartleys.
Ooh.
Hartles. Sorry. It's from Jillian. I knew who it was.
Okay.
So
I'm thinking.
So plop another coin on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Control engineering, maybe.
I would say at the beginning stages you're designing how to do it.
Okay.
So I would say probably reason engineering to come up with the plan, and then like when you're actually implementing it and like carefully trying to piece whatever like tinfoil hat you're gonna put on yourself. That would be kind of control because you're wanting to be like careful with your like precise things.
Right.
But for right now, you're dreaming up whatever it is. So
Can the ship assist?
are you using the ship to assist?
Wash whatever you use.
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Might as well.
So the ship can assist.
Okay.
The nasty part of the ship.
What systems and attributes are we combining
I'm
here?
guessing it's either computers or sensors.
I would guess
Probably
computers.
computers. Yeah.
There.
And engineering.
Engineering or science. Or medicine.
Yeah, either of those three I would be willing to give to you. Because you are kind of like doing engineering, but you're doing it based on Deltan physiology as well.
Right.
So there's a medical.
Science is the better
as
role
well.
of that.
Okay.
But you are an engineer, so I don't
Right.
know.
Right, but it's kind of a cross-discipline thing
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
So.
And remember, you've got 8 momentum here to help you buy some like bonus,
Right.
some bonus d20s to get to this, because you're going to need 5 successes in order to push through.
Okay.
So 6 momentum would buy you 3 dice.
Should I spend that much though?
For the nookie.
Do you
I
have
mean-
any talents that
I
would
mean,
help?
you've got it.
Okay. Let's see.
And
Well,
if you guys want to use your coins as we go down to break them up into like
Momentum.
you can do that. Each coin is worth 2 momentum.
So much momentum.
We have another donation coming.
Yeah,
So I get them on my watch before.
I know.
taking it.
Pops on my
that
phone.
won't help me yet. But next time maybe.
Oh yeah, this is gonna take. Yeah, we're pulling up time better than I thought we would.
I don't think any of my talents will apply this time, but maybe next time I roll.
Okay.
So, okay. So if we do 6,
Yep. Use up all 6, you get 3 bonus d20.
I told the chat specifically if they want to donate and then say they want to help you.
Sure.
That.
And
Sure.
I think it was John was what my watch said got $100 from Anonymous.
Ooh.
Whoever
Oh.
Anonymous is, you my boo.
Do you want 10 of these?
Sure.
okay. So that's going
on the table now.
Oh shit!
That's how many I printed.
Damn.
All right.
Damn.
That is 4 successes there. So.
Okay, did we roll the assist from the?
Oh,
No,
we didn't
we
really
did
assist
not.
yet. So.
Yeah,
You
so
you better hope you roll one.
He has a 9 plus 3, so that's 12.
Okay.
1 die.
1 die.
Yeah. I want to see you succeed on this.
Get it.
A 1.
2 successes.
So you get a point of momentum because you go one past what you needed, and so roll 2 challenge dice plus the amount of whatever you used for discipline.
Oh, the amount of the discipline?
Yeah. So what is that for you?
5.
Okay, so you roll 7 challenge dice. What'd you get?
5.
5.
Great, that's exactly what you need for a breakthrough.
All right.
So, you get 1 breakthrough, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the difficulty next time is going to only be 4.
All right.
So, the next adventure we have, oh yeah, this just fell off.
Yeah, there's a screw on the floor.
I'm not bothering with it right now. All right. So that is you. So now we go from those like fun times in main engineering, coming up with Delton prophylactics, to Arya.
To depression. There was no fun on my stripper pole in the past 2 weeks. So
Okay.
so what happened to Herrera was actually like just replaying through her head.
Yeah, because you all had a front row seat to it.
We did, and Arya, one of her values is observation before determination, but that got in the way this time because she really, like, as she replays it, she should have like dove in there and like saved her or something. Zeus wouldn't have hurt her. She should have done.
So you're
something.
kind of plagued with the like, why didn't I?
Why
What
didn't
if?
I?
The survivor's
Right,
guilt.
Exactly. So I went to the therapist one time.
Okay, so let's shortly play that. So you are coming to Anaya's. I think she's having her quarters double as her therapy office because just space is at a premium on this ship.
She must have some damn good boundaries.
Yeah, so
Is that sarcasm?
well, I mean, space is at a premium here.
Okay.
So, it's not like the Enterprise D where, like, you've just got empty rooms to spare for whatever you need for everything. But, yeah, she's made it look very, very nice. What are you doing over there, Shira? Okay. So there's, like, soft, like, warm light in there. She's got, like, the sofa there.
It's actually her bed. She just puts pillows up and
Yeah.
it becomes a day bed sofa.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to therapy.
Yeah. And and she's taking her
About your reconstruction.
she's taking her pheromone suppressors, so there's no funny business going on there, but she is like a very lovely Delton woman. And so she's like, well, welcome.
Oh, you say it like that.
Are you coming for social reasons or?
No.
I see. Come in. You don't need an appointment.
Oh, that's nice.
So she just pulls up a chair, lets you sit on her bed, and is like, so what brings you to me today?
I need to talk about what happened on our last little mission.
I see. I did read the logs from that. What part of it in particular?
Well, someone died. And they died because of me.
I see. How did that happen?
Do you want to go see Will?
How were you responsible?
Because I could have done something and I didn't. I
So
was too busy watching for the perfect opportunity to do something, and so I missed all opportunity.
Just to get her butt right.
So she brings up like the logs that she has in here. It says here that Ensign Herrera was killed by a lightning strike.
It wasn't accidental.
Are you quicker than a bolt of lightning?
I could have been quicker than him. Like, if I had spoken up sooner, if I had told the captain no, I could have done something. And I didn't. And now this kid is dead because of me.
He's not dead because of you.
If I could have done something to prevent it, he is.
You cannot read the future.
No, but I should have known what I was capable of in that moment. And I was capable of doing something.
You expect a lot out of yourself. I can see that.
I guess I do. You have to be on this ship. To work with these people, you have to.
So it sounds like you feel like you have to be on.
Yes.
I see. That I think we can work with. And so she is going to do her therapizing on you. She is really good at
You
it.
have to roll for therapy.
She is really good at it. I believe it is normally a difficulty 2 check. Let me double check this. I think it's reason medicine. Oh, come on. Where are you on here?
I have
Ship's
no
counselor.
idea if these thumbs up are popping up on the screen
Ship's
on top
counselor.
of Shira. Are we getting
So-
links to the video or?
We got one. I just threw a second one down to see what pops up. But
Okay. So yeah, it doesn't say exactly. So I am going to say she's going to use. I'm going to say she's going to use insight, and medicine on you, if we're all okay with that being the therapy
Yeah.
roll. And it's going to be difficulty 1 because she has accurate reading, which reduces the difficulty of therapy by 1, and adds a bonus d20, so she gets 3 for the price of normal. And she just has to make a 14 or less.
Oh, shit.
I am going to spend that. No, she's better than that. She's better than that.
What
She
that
is
complication
better
this
than
is
that.
gonna be great.
That was a 20, y'all, which is a bad thing in Star Trek Adventures.
I
So,
want to see that play out.
no,
So bad.
no.
got
If
lobotomized.
you get a complication when you go, I'm gonna let that go through because I think that could lead to some interesting
Her and the captain are gonna be
story
trauma
things. But
Right.
on this, no, this is just supposed to be good old-fashioned healing. Okay, good. So she easily clears it by 2. But since she's an NPC, I'm not going to let you guys get the bonus momentum on that.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say no. You have 2 levels, so I'm going to say in addition to the 1 level that would normally take off, you are completely cleared of your trauma now from going to see her over the last 2 weeks. You've been having some intensive therapy sessions, and you are no longer blaming yourself for that.
Okay.
I know the rest of you have some lingering things
Yeah,
in
we
the
still
back of
have
your head
trauma
about
for
that,
that, yeah.
so you're gonna have to decide to visit Anaya at some point.
I wasn't on the ship.
You were-
I was nowhere down there.
Yeah, and Ash, his supporting character who did go down there, Ash Ketchup, is dead inside, so
Yep,
he doesn't.
He didn't care.
He didn't care. All right,
Just
so
another day in the life.
that was.
Should have worn a red shirt.
So that was Arya, and now we are down to Corey. So Corey is showing up for their first session with an
Don't let her use
with an eye.
EMDR. Will fuck you up.
Yeah. So you show up, and she's like, "Captain, I was wondering when I would get to see you here. Please come in.
Hello, Anaya.
What would you like to talk about today?"
I wish I could remember everything going on. I see the shadows, the alleyway, the blood. I wake up hearing the scream. I can't sit at dinner with Karaga anymore because the smell of blood triggers these memories.
I see. You're referring to the incident that had me posted on here, aren't you?
Yes.
And these are memories that you believe are from a past life.
Yes.
They don't teach us very much about joined trail psychology in school. There's not a lot that's known about it. However, there are some techniques that we can try if you are open to exploring these memories.
I'm open.
Okay. So she is going to try to use some of her like Delta empathic abilities to kind of like clear things out a little bit so that you can kind of see that memory from that past life more clearly.
Okay.
And what do I want that role to be? Should I be doing the role or should you, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, she's doing therapy. I'm trying to overcome the memory.
She how about this? She will do her own role for her side of things and you can
Do a roll for my side.
Yeah, what do I want you to roll? How about control command?
Okay.
I think for both of us it's going to be difficulty 3
Okay.
because this is like uncharted territory for her. In fact, I think for her it's going to be difficulty 4, but it's going to be a 3 in practice.
Okay. I think I'm going to spend the 3 momentum.
Okay. And get
Two dice.
two bonus dice. Okay, so yeah, let's have you roll first because if you get a complication, that's going to be very interesting.
Did not get a complication
Okay.
and got 4 successes.
Okay, great. So I'm going to say, so you get a momentum.
One of those, well, my value. Well,
You mean
haunted by
your-
experiences of past lives.
You mean your
but-
focus? Or?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Focus, not value. Yeah, no, none
Okay,
of my focus.
but so you
is
get
there.
a bonus momentum.
Other than counseling and arbitration is one of my
Yeah.
focuses.
Oh, there you go. So you're familiar with all this.
Okay.
So she is going to roll.
So can she spend my momentum on this task to get an extra die?
If you want, she's already
Yeah.
rolling 3.
But she has a difficulty 4.
But to get, she has a difficulty 3 because she automatically reduces it by 1 because she's just.
Oh, okay.
She's baller at this, and if she wants to get another. Arya doesn't know that there was like in the Star Trek universe. There's not a dice roll involved. She's just that good. Okay, this is a game at a table, everyone. So, so she already has a bonus die, so if she were to buy like a 4th die, it would have to cost the same as a normal 4th die, which is 2 momentum. So we are gonna roll with this. And she is doing, insight medicine. To try to do that like Delton, whatever Delton mind meld is to help you go into your memories. So 14 or less. She makes it. So you are able to like it was kind of like a foggy memory before. You just had these like sensory things going on to go by, and now you are able to more fully remember that you started off further down the alley from this person. They had their back. They weren't like looking out for you. It's like there's a busy street out there. It looks like they might be waiting for someone, something like that. You know, there's not a lot of violent crime on Trill, so people feel pretty safe even in alleys like this. And you, as who you were during that life, were carefully stalking up behind this person, you can remember like you were getting more and more excited, like the instinct to kill was kind of like rising until you could barely not even like control it anymore. And then when you were able to get like right behind them, and you think that like maybe they heard your breath and are maybe getting ready to turn around, you shove it right into them from the back at first, like, and then you cover their mouth so that they can't scream out, and then you begin stabbing them in the abdomen over and over and over again. In fact, you make a point of cutting out the symbiont that they had inside of them and mutilating it.
Oh. Okay.
So
does that reduce one level of my repressed memory trauma? Or
I would say like it's no longer a repressed memory.
okay.
So it's no longer a trauma that you have because you experienced it. And for that past life, it was not a traumatic memory. It was exhilarating. It was exciting. It was like...
Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
It was a release
Ooh.
that resulted in pleasure.
Okay.
You're a serial.
So... let me see. How do we want to change that? Because you no longer have the repressed memory trait, and so you're not going to freeze up anymore when it comes to times of action. I will say that now you have a trait where whenever you're making an attack, I'm going to have you roll a challenge die, and if you roll an effect, that attack, you will, if you're attacking with a weapon that can be lethal, you will be attacking lethally. Does that sound fair?
Yep.
Okay.
And so is that like a level 1 trauma and we'll deal with this again later?
We can potentially deal with it later. It depends on how far down the rabbit hole of this repressed memory that you want to go.
Okay.
If you don't do anything more, it's just going to be a part of who you are.
Okay.
And that may or may not carry on to whatever, True's next host is. If you're wanting to not have that, if you're wanting to kind of get into the mystery of that, you're probably going to have to go to Trill, but you do remember now.
Okay.
You do remember that it was Jerem True.
Yeah, I have no devices. They're all cameras, so I can't look up my backstory.
So Jerem True, as you Corey know, was a politician, and not just like any politician. He was like the Trill head of state for a while. He was like elected to that office for a while and was actually the one that got Trill into the Federation.
Okay. And I'm imagining that this murder was part of what led up to his rise to power.
Yeah, I would say it was something that happened earlier in life. I would imagine it would be harder for him to kind of go around unrecognized once he's got like campaign posters plastered around. But so this is probably Jerem when he was younger. You also know that Jerem was a father, but like he is like seen in a extremely positive light, like back on Trill. Like everyone's like, oh, good old Jerem True. He got us into the Federation. He like opened the door for a new era for like Trill as a whole. And you suspect that the reason that Herzib...
What? John received 30 from the Klingon embassy.
Oh, okay.
Kapla.
Kapla,
Very nice.
All right.
I only have one more token.
Give it to me. You never know when this counselor's gonna lay an egg. But yeah, you suspect that the reason Herzid was so reluctant to tell you what she knew was because she knew how powerful and politically connected, Jerem was, and how investigating that further and trying to do something with that, trying to bring those crimes to light to get justice for his victims, because you're beginning to realize, like, the feeling that you got, like, this is someone who would not have stopped with just one body. So investigating it is going to be a tricky situation, especially because anything that calls into question his competency as a politician could lead to potentially Trill backing out of the Federation if they re-examine all of his decisions while he was in power.
Okay. Not a good position to be in.
That's why she was telling you to tread carefully.
That was a Trill person I was talking with?
You did the...
Who's Kurzid? Who's Kurzid?
Herzid was your previous host. When you
that's
did the
right.
thing in the mirror and
When I
looked
did
at
the
her
thing
and
in
she
the
was
mirror
like,
and
oh, like,
talked to
what are you
her.
here to talk about? And you were like trying to get it and she like froze up.
Okay.
That's because she knew what a...
Okay.
And also because, like, you're also realizing, like, how did a person like that get a symbiont?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially when you realize that they are responsible for, like, the first, and I don't know if it's so far only. I haven't figured out that part of the lore yet, but, like, definitely the first, like, documented, like, killing specifically of a symbiont.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it's a sticky situation. So yeah, there you are. So you come back out of it, and she was like, I don't know. Do you think that Anaya was able to see what you saw, or is she just like the facilitator?
I think she saw it, but I don't think the scope registers with her.
I see. Do you feel a release now that you know?
Well, on the one hand, yes. On the other hand, I hold the knowledge that could destroy the Trill Confederacy.
Well, the things that we talk about in here are kept confidential up to a point. As long as we aren't talking about you hurting yourself or someone else, or, information that I suppose keeping from Federation would be treasonous, then we can keep it between us.
No, just if what I know comes to light, Trill might withdraw from the Federation.
I see. Well, we have much to talk about at your next session.
Next week, same
Time's
time.
up.
Yeah, so she's like, she is just like, ooh, I told them ships needed counselors.
She just picked the flagship for counseling. Right?
Yeah, yes. Really, she's just like, all this trauma. So, yeah. And so, there we go. I believe we spent enough time on that. We can go on to the next scene. So you are all on the bridge doing your things, except for, I'm sure you're in main engineering.
Okay, do we lose the momentum?
Sure.
That's fine.
I don't know why, like, you guys can just, like, play
Yeah.
a coin to get to it. So, you're on the bridge and you are receiving a distress signal from a nearby ship that is saying that it's disabled. It needs assistance. It's a recording.
Arya, can you tell what type of ship it is? What species? What languages they hail in?
Is that
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to do like a little like difficulty 0 roll, that's fine with me. Get some momentum back on the table.
what should I roll?
I'm pretty easy as long as you can justify it. I'm pretty easy.
Well, like control or reason? And
I would say reason and science.
Science.
I'd say reason and science to like do it.
Okay.
Like this is gonna be easy peasy for you, so
Alright.
difficulty 0.
Difficulty 0. 1 or 2?
2.
Yep.
I feel like it's been a long time since we last played.
It's only been 4 weeks. What'd you get?
That's scary.
Okay, I think you're spending some rerolls.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
At least one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a 19.
You can reroll 1 or all. I'll let you keep any dice that you
Well, it's
want.
Is a 14 a pass?
15, 16.
Yeah, because he said reason science, so it's 16.
Oh, 16, yeah.
So you just need to reroll.
What'd we get?
We got $50 from Noel. I wish I could have watched the stream.
Oh, okay. All right. Great. So,
And you
are
have a focus.
Have a focus.
I would imagine you do. So that's probably 2 successes
Noel
at the
you?
very. Yeah. Oh my god! I got a stack now.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Internal threat.
Right.
I mean, I'm a nice fella. Like you guys know that. So how many successes does that give you?
Oh, 3.
Because you have your focus. And the 4 is under 5, so 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So you
That's
get
nice.
Yep, you get 3 momentum.
Nice.
It's English, human. This is just to get momentum on the board for you.
We've spent 5 minutes calculating this super complicated roll. It's human English.
I just wanted you to. I wanted you
Okay,
guys
we
to
have momentum now.
Yeah,
Okay.
We appreciate it.
Yes, we do appreciate that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who
No.
operates our sensors to scan the ship?
I believe it's you, the science officer.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So if you want to do a sensor check, you can.
Want me to
Yes,
scan?
please.
Okay.
You must know what type of English.
You can do some long range sensors.
Yeah,
Is
what
it
type
old
of ship?
English? Is it
What's the complement? What's its status?
You'll be able to tell what size ship it is. I'll give you that much with long range sensors right now.
Okay, so what would that be?
Did I
Reason
not?
plus science?
I didn't give you
Reason
guys
plus
your
science.
little
Oh,
your
quick
little cheat
reference,
sheets,
guys.
did I? I'm sorry. That's
And
my
I'm
bad.
assuming I'm obviously...
Assisted by the ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Distribute.
I'm gonna navigate. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I can do it.
I apologize.
Sensor science. What's that?
Reference. That's a commanding officer,
That's me.
security officer, communications and internal
That's
systems.
communication.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
To say.
I would.
Security
Your
was
other
put
guy.
up here.
Sensors and tactic or internal. Yeah, security we don't have, and then conflict.
We have T-Foul.
That's what I was thinking.
Japan.
Yes.
T-Boz, like,
Right. T-Boz.
T-Boz.
Our name is
Reason
going to be all kinds of
science.
things.
you know,
So, 2 successes, and then I'm assisted by sensors and science from the ship.
and I'm gonna say this is
Sensors
just like a
and
difficulty
science is
2.
13.
Yeah. No, difficulty 1. I would say. Yeah.
13.
So
Well, they didn't help.
how many successes you got?
2.
All right, so you get 1 momentum because it was difficulty 1. It's a small ship.
Actually, if we succeeded, we get another momentum.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's a small ship. You estimate from the scale of ship it is, it's like maybe scale 2 to your scale 4. So, like, not huge, but, like, bigger than a shuttle. Like, it's something that a shuttle could maybe fit on, but not much more. No, Defiant would be like 3. So maybe a shuttle couldn't. It's basically like your standard
Luxury shuttle.
It's a space yacht.
Yeah,
It's a mid-sized sedan.
yeah.
You can do a
I
compact.
don't feel comfortable telling you guys more until you're actually there. So let's
Okay.
Plot of course.
Plot of course.
Plot of course.
Okay. do I plot a course? Plot course. Reason and con.
We've been playing for a year, everyone.
Have we been playing for a year?
Almost, yeah.
Wow.
Is that a
We
true statement?
did it like during Christmas break last
Wow.
year.
All right.
We also ended up in jail.
Reason and con assisted by the ship's computers and con with a difficulty 3. Difficulty 3 to plot a course? Like, what is that?
Well, we got.
That's true.
What are you complaining about? Like,
Reason and con. I mean, I should
Okay.
be fine. I've got a 16.
How many
Famous
dice
last
do you
words.
want? 1 or 2?
Well, if I'm assisted, I should be fine.
But the assist of Computer Con is only 11.
so
Okay.
it's a 50-50.
Give me another one.
1?
Yeah.
And you've got rerolls out the wazoo, people.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yeah.
you're gonna
Oh, that's
you're
true.
gonna get this.
Not with that 20.
Reroll it. This is where your donations come in, people.
Yes, exactly.
Complications
much
are
better.
a thing of the past tonight.
It's 3 successes plus whatever the ship gets.
So that's an 11.
No, so you just make it.
Stop
You
rolling
you are
for
able
shit.
to plot a course to it, and then now you get to pilot your
You
way
didn't
there.
get a complication.
Sure. Your favorite part.
Yeah, the piloting I can do. It doesn't really say what a piloting role is. Is it, do I always pilot control?
Yeah,
Control and con?
it would be control con.
Control
We're gonna say
con.
difficulty 2 because I think difficulty 3 is a little bit silly. There's not like an asteroid field in your way.
I think it's always worth spending 1. Right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Especially today when we can just climb on it.
I don't know what people are afraid of today.
That's-
You're basically invincible today.
man, that's 5 successes.
Ooh, all right. So you
So-
get 3 momentum back. So you get over there so slick, like you're like everybody check me out, like some like female like Yemen on the bridge to like have the captain say something. I was like, ooh,
I'm doing a 1 finger on the control panel looking
Yeah.
backwards.
yeah.
Yeah.
You make it look easy.
It's great.
So you show up and you can see it looks like a typical little like cargo ship. From what you can see on camera, if you want to scan for life signs, you can now.
Is it just scans again?
Yeah.
Sensor suite.
Yep. Short range sensor suite.
What's the difficulty?
I am going to say
We're going to buy an extra die.
I'm going to say 1 because I don't.
Then we get to ask questions with our extra success.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, you got
That looks very nice.
critical success. So you got 1, 2. I imagine
3, 4.
3, 4. Are those
Oh
below
no,
your
3 and 4.
3 and
Because I
4?
don't have a focus.
Okay, so you
But
get
then the
4.
ship
So
also
you
has
get
to-
3. You get,
Hold on, the ship has to assist me.
and I'm gonna say you get 1 more if you want.
Computer science.
If you want above your normal momentum, you're gonna have to spend your chips.
Okay. So I guess I shouldn't even.
So, but you've got an extra 2 like momentum floating virtually until after we're done asking questions on this.
Right.
So what I can tell you.
3 because of my first command.
Sure. Okay.
Or science officer.
You're right. So
You're immediately
what
correct.
what you can tell just from your normal success on this is that the ship is definitely disabled. It has signs of being hit by something, but there are no life signs. However, like you're getting a weird null emptiness from one section of the ship.
There's an anti-magic field.
Uh,
Okay.
So you can spend a momentum to ask a question.
I think we want to know what hit them. Look for weapon signature or...
So
Tachyon emissions.
you're just asking what hit them?
Aren't those the three cyber momentum?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. So, what hit them? I think there was like a meteor shower that came through this sector. There's like particles you can tell in there that like it just. The ship is maybe not the best and brightest, and you know it maybe just got pelted with more than it could take at just the wrong angle. It hit them like just the wrong way.
I feel like we're not going to get an answer about what this null field is.
No,
Unless we're there.
you can. I wouldn't say that necessarily. If you want to
Okay.
ask the question, you can.
Yeah, well, talking to the... Well, that was one of our
Yeah,
three.
that's true. Sorry, thank you for
That
reminding me.
was one of our three.
So the second one.
So how do we want to phrase that question?
What type of radiation is coming from the null field?
Well, what's causing the null field?
Let's see. Do any of you have any sort of focus or background in like just general starships or like
Small craft aeronautics.
or skullduggery of any kind?
Well, I have personal security.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to.
Rigging, I have reverse engineering.
I'm gonna give it to you, although I think those are kind of getting closer to it. There are plenty of maybe more disreputable traders out there that maybe don't want people, you know, scanning what's in their cargo hold or being able to
So
teleport
they've like
what's
released a Thoron field
or
something.
teleporting what's in there outside of it. Like if you're running around with like, you know, untrustworthy
Contraband.
people, you know, you don't want them to like teleport your booty out of your thing. So you think that it's like a safety deposit box
Okay.
of a cargo hold.
And then for our third free question, I think we need to ask, is there life support on the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it safe to beam over? Right? You know.
There is life support. There is life support currently. Yes.
Okay. So there could be people hiding in the safe deposit box.
Right.
Okay. Any other questions we want to ask, or?
I think that gives us the basis. We just want to go over there properly.
Okay.
How? Do we want to know how big
it is?
Yeah, that's what
It's
I
like
thought.
scale 2, so it's bigger than like a shuttle, but
How
it's
big's
not
the
like
null
the
field?
null field.
the null field is like
Half the ship?
I would say about
Like
half the
it's
ship.
the Delta Flyer and the cargo hold is
Yeah, it's
covered in the null field?
it's essentially the cargo hold.
Okay.
You can intuit that with the knowledge that you have.
Okay,
So yeah. Are you teleporting an away team over? Are you?
I think that's where we're at. We're either teleporting or shuttling
We're docking.
or docking.
It's up to you guys.
They like never docked in Star Trek.
No,
Yeah,
because why would you when you have transporters?
Yeah, it's too expensive to run those sequences.
And then yeah.
It's fair.
Okay.
But keep in mind that time is of the essence here because you don't
Yeah.
know what state.
What state it is, so yeah,
Yeah.
I think we need to teleport over there.
Okay.
Who's going?
You also don't know how
Obviously, it's a
stable this spaceship is because you didn't ask that question.
Do we want to ask that question now?
You said it has life support,
Check
right?
it. Yeah, okay.
You asked if it had life support. That doesn't.
Yeah.
There's
Plus
plenty.
it's structural integrity.
We spend a million
spend
times.
So you, with the extra information from your scan, you can see that it is on the verge of a warp breach.
Okay.
And
What
so
ship is
you
it?
are on a
Very specific
timer.
range.
Okay.
You know you are going to be on a timer once you get there.
Okay. So we need our engineer.
Yes.
Do you need an assistant engineer to assist you with trying to keep it from blowing up?
I've got
Do
some
we have an
engineering.
assistant
Always
engineer?
helps, right?
All of your existing support characters are in there. Keep in mind, if you pick a pre-existing one, you can get to improve them. Let me
Oh, we have Barkley.
let me find you
Oh,
the
Barkley.
I've got a
Roy's.
four.
Suck and Jin.
And Jin and
Oh.
Sobok.
What's your main skill up here that you roll?
Yeah, I was
for?
gonna say
Control
Ash,
a lot?
which I have over here. He was more science.
Yeah.
Control or reason, I think you
I was gonna say I'm pretty decent in control.
Okay.
So when
and I
you
have 4 points in engineering.
Okay. So you can be the backup engineer there.
Unless you guys
see
want me
here.
on the ship, ready to get out of here before this thing explodes.
So, whenever a supporting character that is introduced to a mission, and it's not the first time that they've been introduced, the player introducing them may choose from one of the following options. So any of these bullet points here on this page, you get to do to a recurring character. So you're basically making them a little bit better.
Okay.
You're fleshing them out a little
So,
bit more.
I mean, Arya can come. I don't want to make Arya always sit on the ship.
Certainly not.
No, okay. I might get
I'm
somebody
assuming
else to-
Japan's going for security reasons.
Yeah.
Do you want Tapan going or the doctor?
I think we need a medic.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Dr. Jog
Since
will
we're dark.
will volunteer to be there.
Are we expecting trouble? Is Japan going to object if I go without her?
I do
You-
have
you
a pretty
are-
good security. I have a
She
4
will
on
always
my
defer to
security,
you
so-
because she is an NPC and you are a player character.
Okay.
So,
Why don't the 5 of us go?
Okay.
Yeah.
are you wanting to go as yourself, or are you wanting?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Sure.
What's the worst that can happen?
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
You said that before, and we all ended up in federal prison.
I almost had
I
Cece's
wasn't.
baby,
I wasn't in
so-
prison because I didn't actually participate.
He was on the ship.
And told on us.
I ratted you all out.
And now you're a cat.
So, you guys are teleported onto the ship. We are doing a timed challenge, so every task that you do is going to take up 2 intervals of time. You can, if you are successful in the task and spend a point of momentum. Well, in fact, I don't think it even has to be successful. I think you can just spend a point of momentum to make it only be 1 interval.
Okay.
You have 10 intervals until the ship blows up. You have to use that last interval to transport yourself off.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. You have to leave space to leave. So you have 10 intervals to get as much information from the ship and to rescue anyone you can find off of here. So
I want
you-
a visual timer, so I'm counting
So
down 10 of
you
these.
so you arrive in you. Thank you for that. So we'll just be doing the visual timer then.
There we go.
Yeah.
That helps.
I'm sure we won't be needing to use that much thread on here anyways.
God,
So,
I hope
but,
not.
So,
We get it done.
well,
There's still a lot on the table.
I've been so nice to you guys. I don't want to like.
See all that
Yes.
thread?
I've been so nice to you. This is all for charity. It's all about, us having fun at the table. So you arrive in just kind of the general, you arrive on the more or less the bridge, the
Throw it up
cockpit
there.
of the cargo ship. It's empty. There's like smoke and sparks coming out of things. It's been hit pretty bad, but the computers are on, life support is on. You hear warnings blaring about the warp breach being imminent. So
Okay. All right. Do we attempt to
Even fix the warp breach?
even fix the warp breach here on the bridge, or are we
I'm
just heading
gamifying
straight
that,
out?
I'm gamifying that. I'm guessing if we've got 10 buttons out there, we ain't fixing it. We could take a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think that would be the
Yeah.
first thing we would try
yeah,
to do.
and just like moving around the ship isn't going to cost you anything. It's just when you want to do something,
Okay.
it's going to cost you something.
Well, yeah, I guess I was thinking either fix it or eject it, if we could.
Yeah, we probably need to get. Okay, so Just give us some zones that we can go to. Like there's the bridge, there's engineering,
there's the bridge, engineering, there's
the cargo hold
quarters,
that we can't
and the
scan.
cargo hold.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a huge ship.
Okay. Oh, we did need to bring the doctor.
Yes.
Yes.
He is there with you. Dr. Jog is like, oh fucking, I hate these kinds of missions.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Okay. I think the doctor and somebody else needs to go search the quarters.
Ooh, splitting the party. I love it.
That's his character select sound.
What?
I
what?
hate these kinds of missions. Just no matter what.
I hate these
Okay.
fucking missions.
Well, okay, I think the doctor needs to go check the quarters, and I think we need to try to eject the warp core or get it under control.
Oh,
I
God.
think
I'll
we
go
could,
with you.
They're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to look up and
we
see
could
because
split
Yes.
into
So one of the two, can I keep it from breaching or can I get rid of it at least?
oh boy,
Okay.
213.
So
core
I think
breach.
we need to split up because we're the two security-ish people. That way
Here's
there's one on
the
each
little
team.
thing on warp core
Okay.
breaches.
So do you want to go with the doctor to find survivors?
Yeah, just in case he has to talk to somebody.
You can translate his.
From asshole to normal
To English.
to human English.
Okay, so which are we wanting to which scene are we wanting to see first?
We can go either way.
Okay, so you guys get to the quarters and there's no one there. It looks like someone's been living there. It looks like they've been living there pretty sloppily. Like their bed's not made. There's some like there's some like their pad is kind of there with like something like immature that they were reading. Like
So there's no bodies.
there's no bodies.
Okay, does that cost us a time?
I'm gonna say since you
I'm
didn't do a
fine with
task,
that. Okay.
I'm not gonna make you like waste
Okay.
time to find out that there's no one there.
Okay.
Like
All right.
So then
Okay.
I would suggest we move on to the.
Based on this, I think we don't have time to try stabilizing it. It's going to take too much.
Okay.
okay, like what does it have you do?
Okay, well, stabilizing the reactor says it's an extended task. Work 8, magnitude 3, resistance 2, and base difficulty of 3.
Yeah, you're not gonna do that.
Ejecting is during an engineering task with a difficulty of 2.
So yeah, that is doable.
So, right, I'm like, I don't think we're going to stabilize it.
If
we
you
can maybe eject
if you
it.
eject the warp core, you would essentially get rid of the timer here, and you could take as much time as you need with anything.
Okay, so I'm going to try ejecting warp core.
I am helping you.
Daring
So,
engineering.
Daring engineering.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't
Not
be
our
terrible.
best, but yeah.
What are you? Because I would have a pretty high daring engineering.
14.
I think I got you beat. I'm a 16.
13.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, I
you
was
wanna
going to
do
say, I think
primary
Baker
and me
had a high
assist you?
daring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I think I've seen this before.
When it goes to hot wiring shit.
Okay.
I'm glad we got a chance to see you
So,
shine.
buy a
I
die.
do have a focus of warp engines, and that makes a difference too.
I mean,
It will
Are-
for your...
you can assist him.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
can
assist
still
him.
get the focus on your assist.
Yeah.
You're the technical engineer. I'm the hit it here.
Okay.
Okay. What was the difficulty?
Difficulty 2.
2. Okay. That's 2 successes.
Okay.
Okay.
3,
Let's-
4.
Let's build some momentum. Roll your assist die.
Yeah.
Okay, so just one die.
Yep. Just one.
I succeed.
Okay, so you get a momentum.
Well, we get...
2.
Oh,
Right? 'Cause
three.
it was, oh, it was, yeah,
You
difficulty
got
2.
4 or 5 successes, and
Yeah.
it was difficulty 2.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. You
We only get 2,
you can
but-
only get more than the maximum if you
If
use
we
your
buy it.
extra life chips.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But we get back up to the max. That's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, you successfully ejected, and like you can see it out like a hatch. It just like is like tumbling away because it like shoots it out with incredible force. So it's
Right,
moving
yeah.
pretty fast, and you can see it off in the distance go.
Right next to the ship.
It's like,
Like-
it's way too close.
Oh!
It's going the opposite direction from the ship.
Right, it's going away from us.
So, but it's like bigger than an atomic blast. Like you can't believe what you're seeing because you've never seen a warp
That's
core
true.
explored before. It's incredible. Like you've heard about them, but
Yes.
it's something else to actually see it.
Okay.
You're actually
Drooling
like,
on
"Ugh."
the window.
Yeah, it's a real adrenaline rush. So yeah, timer's off.
Okay.
It was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
Yes.
So yeah, what are you guys doing next?
I guess we're going to the cargo hold all together.
Okay, everyone's going to the
Yeah.
cargo hold, and once you're there, you see a lot of debris. Like things have been like moved around. It was probably sitting there nicely before all of the turbulence, but now it's like strewn about. You can make out like someone's foot coming out of like just like a bunch of like debris that's been like
Somebody got buried.
yeah they're trapped under debris, you think.
Okay. Is this the result of ship turbulence due to the asteroid field or due to conflict inside here that something was thrown?
You would
around
have to
these
give me an
containers?
insight security roll to
Okay.
determine if it was like a fight in here.
I'm going to buy a die.
And I'm gonna say just difficulty 1.
Well, I got the
A lot of
one.
numbers. It's a lot of numbers.
What'd you get?
I got 1 success and 2 19s.
It's okay because the complication range is 1, so
Yeah.
they're not actually complications. So yeah, you can tell that it's just from the meteor shower.
Okay.
It doesn't look. It doesn't seem. It doesn't feel
Okay.
like there was a fight in here.
I point to
You
the
don't
feet
see any
and say,
signs that there
"Doc."
was anyone else in here. Okay, so and he's like, I can't get to them and do anything unless you want me to do a pedicure on their foot. Like,
Can we try and move the stuff?
yeah. So that's gonna take probably, I would say, fitness security to move the debris off from.
I've got a
that person.
13.
I have a 13 as well, but I do get.
10.
Oh no, never mind.
Okay. Do you want to roll it, Alice?
My fitness is okay with my security.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
We don't do hard work.
I don't like those red dice. Oh.
Okay, we are spending that. Good call. 2 successes.
Okay, and
Did not. Okay, but it wasn't a 20.
I mean, it wasn't
okay,
as bad.
so I was gonna say it was probably. I didn't say what the difficulty was before this because I would have probably said difficulty 3, but that's not fair to you guys having already rolled. So I'm gonna say it was difficulty.
Well, and if it was, the only thing is we're rolling one more die because we would have bought a die at that point.
Then yeah, sure. Let's say it was
Okay.
difficulty 3.
Roll one more, sir.
Sure, you get it. So and you
Alright.
Can we get a
We
moment?
got a
you
moment.
even get a momentum back. There you go. So yeah, you're able to get all of the junk that was there off of him, because it is an old man human
Old man.
who is trapped under there, unconscious, holding a canister the size of a small pet carrier. Like I was trying to like be like, what size do I want this to be? And like that's the only thing I could think of.
Okay.
Like
Is
he
there
can
a-
wrap his arms around
Is
it,
there
but
a
like
pet inside of it?
you would have to examine it.
Okay.
But there is an unconscious old man there.
Okay. Well, the doctor
not
can
dead.
get to him now, right?
Okay, yeah, he's scanning and he's like, it looks like he's probably got a concussion.
What's inside the box?
I'm not reading anything.
Okay. Pick the box off the man.
Okay, so you're like, because his arms are like wrapped around
But
it.
he's unconscious.
Sure.
Right? Okay,
you're like taking it from his
Yeah.
his grasp. Okay.
And he
Give
wakes
me.
up and belts me.
Yeah, give
Old
me.
man kicks you.
No, he's concussed. Let me see. What would be a good inspection roll? Do you think? Insight security, reason security.
Inside security.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I'm gonna say difficulty 2.
What is with this?
Wow.
What is it?
19, 16.
Ah!
I want different dice.
You're wow, and here I thought you had too many. Too
Right.
many chips.
Right, yeah, they're almost gone now.
Okay, what was it? Insight security. Okay, so I get 3 successes.
Okay, great. So you get an extra momentum because it was difficulty 2. It looks like
I also spread my chips around.
it looks like in the something about this canister broke, and so you don't know if it was holding something when this person was hanging on to it after the resulting like hubbub. You know, maybe that's why it's empty now. But you can tell like it is like there is like a breach in the canister.
Okay. All right. Can you scan it and find traces of anything inside of it?
Yeah, because you were just eyeballing it.
Yeah.
Would that be the same as a
Oh
sensor?
man, imagine if you guys were doing this with the timer.
Yeah, right?
I'm glad we ejected that warp core.
Would that be the same as like sensor?
Otherwise, we'd be
I-
beaming the.
I thought we weren't doing enough time challenges, so I said let's try putting that in there for some flavor.
Prison science.
And we've said nope.
Nope, we're too smart for that.
Well, that last time challenge was with like 2 ships being pulled into the breach and everything.
So for me to scan
That was
this,
bad.
what difficulty would that be?
Just a regular scan. I believe it should be. I'm gonna say difficulty 1. Like you're using the device for what it's designed to do.
So that's 2 successes.
Plus your little extra success, or is that only when you're using the ship?
Well, I get an extra. No, I get the extra momentum.
Okay. So
2 momentum.
okay, so we
1. Because we are.
and we've got that floating one in there. So what you can tell from this scan is that it's like an insulated canister, like it's meant to insulate things, it's meant to keep things in.
Okay.
Was it containing a life form?
Does it smell?
Like what it, like
Sniff the canister.
what would you be how would you be trying to tell that with your scan? That's
Residual life signs.
residual life signs. Not there are no residual
cells, maybe.
Yeah. Cells. Or,
there's no cells
Okay.
in there. No residual cells.
Residual stink.
However, as a science officer and with some of the crazy shit that you've seen, you know that that's may not necessarily completely rule out, all forms of life.
Mm-hmm. And I hate that John had to clarify that.
Pet rock.
Well, like I want to give you the full answer for your
Right.
I want to give you the full answer for your like momentum spend.
Right,
and
right.
I
Okay.
do think that is fair to point out because your character would know that.
Yeah.
But like if you're looking for like life signs being like cells, like there are no cells
Yeah.
in there.
Okay.
It's also possible that the canister was containing, some other kind of valuable material. I
Okay.
don't know.
Can you turn off the dampening field?
I'll check and see. Is there a way to turn off the field?
I'm gonna say no. It's like in the structure of the ship.
Right,
Like
so
he
it's part of whatever
modified.
metal he used or
The
something.
ship was modified to be sneaky.
Right. Seems to be
Okay.
part
Now
of
that
the
we're in
structure.
here, can we scan?
Oh yeah. It's only preventing outside scans.
Okay. So,
Because obviously his scan worked.
oh yeah. So we need to scan for other life forms in here.
Okay.
I mean, looking at the canister, can we tell whether the breach came like something getting out?
Oh,
or-
is something getting out or something getting in? That's a good question.
I mean, I'm not gonna make you
Okay.
spend for that because you already know from your earlier scans, like there was a meteor shower coming through here, and everything that you've seen and all the readings that you took are consistent with that being what caused the damage.
So it was hit by a meteor.
Yeah. Or several.
Okay, are there breaches that are like being held shut with force fields or something right now?
No, it was just that, whatever
It got
did
banged against a wall.
it got banged, and
Okay.
it was enough to damage. Now that you're on the inside, you can tell this isn't like the Ritz-Carlton. This is like a junker. This was bought on the cheap from a used ship lot, and then modified to do this kind of work. So it probably didn't have the best, system to keep its warp drive safe in there. It would take a lot less for it to have a warp core breach than your ship.
Right.
We have to remember that we have high resolution sensors on our ship, so it gets bonus momentum too.
Oh, yes.
Oh my,
Sensors.
Yes, we
yes.
specifically got those.
Yes. Because I'm not gonna keep track of all that. Y'all have
Right,
to.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got an unconscious old man in front of you.
Who we think
You've
we
got,
can beam back.
you've got computers that are still working on the ship, and
Okay.
you're no longer under any sort of time
Okay,
constraints.
so let's see if we can get all
Let's
the
see what
ratings
we
off
can
the
find.
computers, I guess.
Okay,
The
so
logs.
Logs, whatever. Yeah.
and I'm gonna say that's gonna be a difficulty 3 because this guy is a little shifty.
We're well right. Okay.
I'm guessing that's you.
Whoever is good with computers, because I'm gonna say you're gonna have to do control engineering or
Okay.
I'd say control engineering,
Control
something like
engineering?
that, in order to bypass whatever security protocols they got.
All right.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah.
Are you assisting?
I can.
Okay.
Sure.
Someone should.
Yes.
I'm with them.
I'm
so
sure you're better than my 11.
I am. I'm at 13.
And while we're all doing this, there's just an unconscious man getting more and more concussed as
Yeah, I was wondering
Well, the
if we could
doctor's
get
treating
him.
him.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
waving
But-
he's waving a healing wand in
3
front of him.
successes.
3 successes?
Yes.
Okay, so you were just able to make it. You find out that the ship's designation is Stella.
Okay.
Stella!
I was gonna say the same
Is it
thing.
now?
Its
Yes.
last it was coming from a planet from a neighboring sector called Dea Prime. DEA Prime. Its destination was the nearest starbase, which is the one that the same one that you guys were last at.
Okay.
And the owner is Harcourt Fenton Mudd.
Yes.
What's his name?
Harcourt Fenton Mudd.
I thought you said
Do we have a
hardcore
picture
Fenton Mud.
something
I'm
else,
like,
man?
God
His
dang.
name is Hardcore.
That's a
Hardcore Fenton. If you want to call him that, I'm sure he'll love that. But yeah, I would say there's a picture in there and I'm sure you'll find this out when you compare it to pictures security pictures back on the ship. It is him.
Okay.
And are you yeah. Anything more you want to look up on Harcourt Fenton Mudd is going to have to wait till you're back on the ship.
Okay.
Right.
Who is this?
That is the old
owner of the
man
ship.
that is...
Oh, that's the guy. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he is the owner of the ship, and it
Okay.
doesn't look like anyone else.
Okay.
Download his database.
Yep.
Let's get
Steal
him.
his identity.
Let's head back to the ship.
We
Yeah.
are Fenton Mud.
Take the ship in tow.
Yeah, sure.
Prepare the ship for towing.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, that's the end of that scene.
All right.
You have met Harry Mudd. So, I assume that you are allowing the doctor to take him to sickbay.
Yes.
So,
Arya, can you run a check to see if there's a warrant out on this?
Oh, hell yeah.
okay,
On
so
the
yeah,
side case
you
that
are
right
gonna.
now.
So that's gonna do. Let me see. That would be.
This is my out of character knowledge.
Yes,
Reason,
I know,
that would be
exactly.
reason security.
But he also does have a shifty ship.
Difficulty
So
level.
No, yeah, absolutely.
I think
There is
I
a
think
reason to
it's,
check.
it's reasonable.
You said reason in security?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does someone else need to make the roll?
It's 13.
It's only difficulty 1.
Yeah, it's better
And you
than
can have the
mine.
ship's
Yeah,
the
ship.
the ship can
crime
assist.
Computer security.
Son of a bitch.
Whoa! Complication. Do you want to re-roll that?
Yes.
Okay,
You
so
wanna keep
we've
the
got
10?
one success. Yeah. Okay, great.
And
2
then
successes.
The ship has a 13.
13.
Got a 5.
Okay, like, does that match the discipline on the
Oh,
ship?
no, it's a 4. Oh, that's me. No, it's a 4.
Okay. So you get 2 extra momentum for but you were only down 1. So
Oh, we have a question then.
yeah, you have a bonus question. So, but to answer your initial question for doing this search, no, there's no current warrant out for him.
Okay.
How's his credit?
Bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He extended himself a little far, you can see. But any other questions that you're wanting to know about him? Because you pull up his like Starfleet security file. It's there. You're reading everything on it.
Can we check his cargo manifest and what he filed at the starbase?
He hasn't. He was on his way there. Are you
Okay.
saying that he like sent ahead what he was gonna do? 'Cause,
Yeah, well, like just whatever his officially listed cargo is,
Like
and whatever he has on
I'm-
the ship.
because I'm
trying
gonna
to
tell-
figure out what got out of that.
I'm
container.
gonna tell you that because you would know this, that he was going to the starbase from a planet. So the last thing that any starbase would see, if he had left there to go to the planet in the first place, would be what he left the starbase with,
Right.
not what
So
he
we
was
need to
returning with.
contact his original planet. To
Right.
find out that
So you could learn more about the planet if you want. Let me look up the planet list in here too, because it.
Okay. Aria. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop that planet and see if they have his.
Wikipedia of the planet.
Well, you might want to just look up what the planet is first.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay.
Whoop whoop the planet.
Did they, just,
Google. What does Google
they
Earth
they
say?
only have planet.
What does Google Space say?
I'm trying to find where they or classification
Google
of
Universe.
worlds.
That's right.
126. Okay. Because I need to see what the world classifications are.
Google Star Charts.
Okay, so.
But it's cool because the widget this year, it's reading what comments they put on the when they make
Cool.
their
Oh,
donation
nice.
because it was reading it out loud.
That's good.
They could not figure out how to say Kapla though.
So yeah, I'm gonna say that's gonna be a difficulty 2 thing to look up.
Okay.
Dea Prime.
Do you want to buy a die?
Sure.
That makes-
What are we using for this? Are we still using security?
No, it wouldn't be security. It would just be like, it would be science because you're looking up science information.
Okay. I might have something to advise to that.
Our little fearless researcher.
Whenever you attempt a task with science and you buy one or more D20s by spending momentum, you may re-roll a single D20.
So you get a free reroll.
Right, because we might need it.
So you're buying an extra one with
I
momentum.
already took it out.
Oh, okay. Yep. So, yep. Difficulty 2.
And the ship is assisting with computers science.
Yeah.
Okay. 10, 14, 17.
So 2 successes.
2 successes.
Well, you can re-roll,
I
right?
can re-roll one.
Computer.
Yeah.
You get to re-roll. Yeah, so re-roll your 17. Computer science
That's
is
a
12.
success.
It got a success. The ship did.
Okay. So how many successes does that give you? 4.
4.
Okay. So keep that in mind for when you're getting your thing, because there is.
One question in there.
one question in the air. So, Dea Prime is a Class L world, which is marginally habitable. Typically, these are like planets where either life is like newly evolving or like the conditions are such that like complex life is thought to not be able to evolve, at least as we know it. Let me read off exactly what it says. Most are primitive worlds where life recently evolved and animals have not yet developed the ability to live on land. However, some are simply marginally habitable worlds where land animals cannot survive. Most have atmospheres composed of argon and oxygen, and many have sufficient atmospheric carbon dioxide to cause most humanoids at least mild distress. On some Class L worlds, carbon dioxide levels are sufficiently high enough to slowly poison humanoids. Their average gravity is between 0.5 and 1.5 Gs, so something vaguely Earth-like, probably. Dangers, there are possibly hazardous atmospheres or hostile temperatures or hazardous radiation. But it's like it's a Class L world that like obviously Starfleet is like, we can't really colonize this world because it's not fit for long-term human life.
As an explorer, a lot of them have mining colonies on there. That they have.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the possibility that a Class L world could have other kind of valuable resources on there.
Yeah. So, does this one have any valuable resources?
None that have been documented by the Federation.
So, what is this installation that he left?
The installation that he left?
Because he shipped out from there, so I'm assuming
No,
it was
he
a dock or
didn't
something.
ship out from there. That was just from where he was last.
Oh, so he just stopped on a desert island and then is heading somewhere.
Yeah, he's heading back from the desert island to a starbase.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had some weird ass life form in that container that has now gotten out.
Yep.
Okay.
Protect your brain.
All right. That was out of character knowledge. Foreshadowing.
You don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so
So where was he before that planet then?
he was. I would say he was probably leaving that same starbase. So he went from that starbase to that planet and then was going back.
Okay. Can we contact the starbase then and find out what cargo he left the starbase with?
You can do that, sure. And they give you a list of just like things that are just like, like that matches what we were able to find
What
in
we're
there.
able to find in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Buried under.
Yeah, everything that he was buried under.
Stem bolts,
Yeah.
reverse ratcheting routers.
Some tucker tubes.
Mattress.
We gotta hook up with Brad and Devin, see if they can call Rocco or whatever his name was. I bet Rocco knows what showed up on stage.
You know Rondo very well, and I'm sure Rondo would probably know this guy as well. But like you actually have Harry in sickbay right now.
Right.
He is actually being like woken up. Are you wanting to be there when that happens, or are you just letting like Dr. Jog deal with it?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'm.
So far as the episode goes, we would be walking in right as the
Yeah.
Dr. Jog says,
Yeah.
we're ready to revive him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
come on, crew.
We're ready
We need to
to.
find out what was in the container. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're.
Yeah, let's crowd around him
Yeah. We are.
as he wakes up.
Yeah. So he's like. Ugh,
Be careful, we'll show you his penis.
and he's like.
Is this normal to you?
And he's like, and and for those of you who know Harry Mudd, this man, he's looking older than he was because it's been like an extra 15 plus years
Right.
since he was last seen on screen. He's got gray hair. He's maybe got a little bit more at the belly now. He's dressed as colorfully as ever.
He was in the movies?
No, he was in the original
Toss.
series and the animated series. And you can look up a picture of him if you want.
Sure.
He was played by Rainn Wilson in Discovery.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
He did a pretty good job too.
Yeah, but he's got like a ridiculous looking mustache that hasn't
Yes.
changed. So he's like, and he sees like all of you like gathered around him, and he's like, "Oh, I see. Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. I am Harcourt Fenton Mudd. a man of many hats, as I like to say. And who would all of you strange people be?
Alcoholic Gandalf.
Captain Corey True of the USS Ambition.
And he like saw your uniforms and he's like, shit. You can see his like eyes going, just like, shit. Oh, the USS Ambition, a finely named ship that you have. Sir, Madame, Captain.
Most excellent.
Oh, and nice to meet a lovely lady. You can call me Harry.
You do need to shave, yes.
I trust that you rescued me from my predicament.
Yes, it seems you ran into trouble with asteroids. We have your ship.
Meteorites, but you know,
Meteorites.
it's easy for, you know, an old sea dog like myself to tell the difference.
We have your ship in tow.
Oh, wonderful.
Minus a war card.
It was paid off, wasn't it?
Minus a warp core.
Oh, it was about to breach.
And you didn't try to fix it with your vaunted Starfleet engineering know-how?
It was too close to breach.
Oh,
There wasn't enough time left.
I'll file a complaint with Starfleet Council itself if I have to get a replacement warp core.
Would you like us to put you back aboard the ship with a malfunctioning warp core unconscious? Because we didn't even know you were aboard.
He's like, oh well.
Thanks to your sensor dampening
And
enhancements.
I would say in lieu of a replacement for that warp core, I'll just, you know, as long as you can give me that my canister you probably saw nearby with me, I'll
that
be.
was busted open during the meteorite strike. Mm-hmm.
He looks like he was struck by a bus when you say that, and he's just like,
What was in there, Chief?
oh, my lunch was in there. I like to keep it warm, you know.
It stays fresh.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Vacuum sealed.
And by the
Well,
way,
for
Harry
6
gets
years.
his own threat.
Okay. John's now going to spend all of his chips to buy Harry more threats.
Mr. Harry Threat.
I mean, it depends. Are you trying to divine the truth of what he's telling you?
I'm getting suspicious.
Okay. Because he's telling you, like, oh, that was just a thermos that I bought when I was last in port to hold my lunch.
Thermos that holds half a cubic meter.
Well, he like pats his belly. Is like I perhaps partake a little bit more. My Stella always got to me for eating more than my fair share.
That's your shit.
It's my ex-wife.
You named your ship after your ex-wife?
Well, I did buy it with her money.
I like this guy.
All right, so we're joining his crew now.
So yeah, anything else that you're trying? Like, are you trying to like put his foot to the fire on this?
I want to, but I don't know how to do it in the confines of being a Starfleet officer.
Well, you could.
Lieutenant Arya, do you have any ideas?
I mean, you were clutching this thing. We found all of this equipment collapsed on you, and you were clutching this. It's hard to believe that would just be lunch.
Should we
Okay.
be concerned about your lunch?
So, I will buy some. No, I'll just use my supply over here because that's what it's there for. But he gets this, and I'm going to buy, some extra dice, and we can do a roll off.
I'm gonna die, yo. I'm gonna get a complication. And my truck is
Yeah, I'm gonna
backfire.
I'm gonna spend
You're gonna buy 3 dice?
3 dice, yeah. And then let me
They're the red one, so maybe this.
see here his stats.
Well, are you spending the last 3 to get the 3rd die?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because those are the 2 bonus die when his regular die. And does he get anything else than that? Okay. So yeah, we are rolling. So he is going to be rolling. Let me see here. Daring command.
Okay. So how many dice is he rolling?
4.
4. Okay.
He's rolling daring command.
So we need to buy you at least 2.
And he has a focus in charm and deception, so I would say that definitely counts.
Okay. So.
Reason.
1, 2.
Reason.
Insight.
I'm re-rolling these because you got a complication.
What a very reason to argue this.
Ooh, yeah. It's 3, and I'm gonna spend a chip to re-roll this last one. Ooh, yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay. All right. So.
Who is rolling against him to
Well,
call
what's the roll?
You're trying to detect his bullshit.
Right.
So I would say like insight security, maybe, or insight command.
Insight security.
It would be 14. I also have a
That
focus
would
in
be
psychology.
14.
Is he is telling you, oh, this is my lunch. You know, I eat an awful lot of it. It is important to me. If I'm not sure how long I was going to be out in that meteor shower, and food would be the most important part.
He got 5. We bought her 2 dice, so she's a 4 dice. Do we want to buy her a 3rd die? Okay, so spend the rest of our momentum.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
And I have a focus in psychology. Would that help us?
Yeah. Do you want to
Should.
get some of those
Oh, we
dice
should.
I would say so.
Any kind of value that applies?
Sick of your bullshit.
Oh!
Is that actually value?
That would be a good value if you had that though,
Damn.
actually.
It's observation before determination. Most of communication is nonverbal.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that could potentially do it because
Yeah.
you could try to.
Reading cues. and
Yeah,
stuff.
he is definitely a sweaty
You wanna
liar.
use the determination on this?
What do we think, gang?
It does get you. It does
Let's
help
do
progress
it.
your character.
Let's do it.
Yeah, like
Yes.
Sure.
pretty pivotal.
Give you a boost.
So yeah. I borrow your pencil.
Yep.
So
Okay.
So we got one that's an automatic.
And you have 5 dice, so we need another die.
5 dice.
Get it.
Yeah, and the one she bought with her determination.
Throwing D&D or
Shit, you are really
40K.
gonna like speed run this mission.
Step on your balls. Tell me that truth, bitch. I'm probably gonna get
I'm
520.
so hoping you do.
Once.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Wow.
There's some
Fuck.
good stuff there.
Damn.
Oh, that's a 1, right?
Damn.
Dang.
You definitely win. Fuck this.
Oh.
What's your
Wow.
I am going to. How do I want to do this?
So 1,
Without
2,
completely
3, 4,
ruining it.
5, 6, 7,
Yeah,
8.
how do you do this without completely
Well,
ruining
but
our
her
great
security's
time?
only 2, so those,
But that one counts.
yeah.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Damn!
So yeah, you have a finely honed bullshit detector.
And you
Which
use the
is
value
totally
to it,
in character.
And
right? You use the value.
You know for certain that this loser is lying to you.
Yes.
You know for certain that he's lying to you. That is what you know.
That's it.
She
Don't,
gets,
like,
she
collapse
gets the
crying
value thing,
or
right?
anything.
Yeah. Mark.
you use the
Make
value, make
sure
sure
that
you
you
mark-
mark down what value you used,
Yeah, you gotta log this.
Yes.
because that'll help us at the end of this for your character progression. Yeah, you know that he's a lying liar that lied his pants off right now. He is hiding something big.
He's not wearing pants.
That is what you know. That was not his lunch.
Bitch. So is he crying? Nothing.
No, like you didn't like break his mind. He's not like regressing to an earlier state, but like he is just like. So like, how do you want to use this knowledge of knowing that he's a liar? Is basically up to you at this point, because I'm not giving you more than that right now with just a roll.
Well, I mean, we have you in our custody right now. We know that was not your lunch. We assume you're keeping it from us
What?
because it was some kind
What?
of contraband.
Evidence do you have, my good madame?
What evidence do we need other than your own guilt?
What? My guilt?
Yes.
My guilt?
I mean, we can put you back in your ship and, just tell you to the...
What
you know,
crime
let
have
the-
I committed
And let
here?
the Federation
What-
sort it out if
what-
that's what you want to do.
I don't know what kind of crime you think I committed.
I mean, it might take a while to investigate. You might have to be on lockup while that happens.
Oh, I've done time before, madame.
Oh,
A bad boy.
I know. I'm gonna turn on now.
Hey, he'd be into it.
Yeah, I bet he would. Let's pick you up. Just whip his ass.
So yeah, you're telling him that, you're like throwing the light in his face and being like, we can hold you for as long as we want. He's just like, I've done time. You could tell from that Starfleet security file that like he actually just got out from like 15 years or so of like doing hard time.
Oh,
That's why he doesn't currently have a warrant. He's off paper right now.
Yeah.
right now.
Japan.
Yes, Captain.
With your brass knuckles and your tits of steel.
What's the best way for us to search that ship and find whatever it is he's hiding?
I will assemble a team and let you know when I have more information, Captain.
Okay.
So, that was an interesting little scene there. Very interesting. You're telepathic, correct? Or empathic, or
Yes, I do
however.
have empathic,
Yeah,
yes.
you took that talent. So, you are sensing something on board the ship.
Our
wasn't
ship or his ship?
the Ambition.
Okay.
You're sensing something on board the Ambition that had never been there before. But it's just like you don't even know what to even call it.
Can I
It's the thief.
get
We
a
don't
general
search
feel
the
for where
ocean.
it's at?
Right.
So you are going to... This is going to be an extended task for you.
Okay.
Okay? So it's an extended task. Are you wanting to keep track of it, or do you want me to?
I can do it.
Okay. So this is extended task. Work 10. Breakthrough 3. Difficulty 4. Just from how alien this feels to you.
Difficulty 4. Okay.
Okay.
So this is going to be probably a reason, but I don't know what else.
Could be science, medicine.
Okay, science.
Because you think what you're... It would make sense if you're feeling it telepathically. It might be a
Yeah.
consciousness of some sort, but you can't be entirely sure.
I hope it's not that floating head again.
Zeus's floating head.
No, the one that went
Oh!
and, like, shook everything.
Everything.
Yeah, Chew.
Shoot.
I miss Chew.
You could call him up. He's ready to party.
I don't know if I'm going to get enough on this, but we'll try it.
Well, like, what were you
Doesn't
rolling?
count.
Because remember, this is a difficulty 4 roll that you're doing.
Right.
What did you get?
Nothing at that point. Yeah.
Do you need to buy some momentum?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. You've
So
got
it gets
2
you
momentum.
momentum.
Let me front you a couple more.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll put 2
Yeah.
momentum on.
So that would get you 1, 2, 3 dice if we spent it all.
Okay, so 3 more dice.
Okay.
Do
So the dice you have and 3 more. Oh, you're re-rolling?
that. No.
You can do a reroll too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I probably should actually.
Yeah.
Okay. In
Okay.
the cup.
We're very fast and loose tonight, people.
Okay, that's 5 successes.
Okay, great. So you have an extra. You get a momentum, and now you get to roll how much work you do. So that's your discipline plus 2 in challenge dice.
What would you do, someone?
4.
So you get to roll 6. Uh-oh.
Oh, it gave you, the universe gave you a
Right. 3.
Okay, you've got 3.
All right.
about 10. Is that right?
3 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay.
You said you wanted to keep track, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I got it.
So we will come back to you, because so I imagine you're like walking back to your like ready room, and as you go in, you know inside of it is Admiral Makarov.
Sitting in my ready room?
He is standing in your ready room, looking quite eager to see you, and he's like, Captain, I wanted to I where is my Russian accent tonight?
Like, we haven't gotten to space dock
Like,
yet.
Captain,
Like, just-
I couldn't wait to talk to you about this very important thing, you see. Like, I want you to promote that ensign Brad, I came up with his name. What did I give him? I didn't, Brad is the one I didn't decide on what should be Brad's last name?
Brad. God, what is the...
What's a good, like,
Bro last name?
bro last name here?
Johnson just always pops up.
Well, that's Devin's last name.
Oh, okay. Devin Johnson. God, it's gonna be playing. Brad Smith.
Samson?
Brad Simpson? Okay. Yeah, I want you to promote that Ensign Simpson on your crew. He is I see great things for him in the future here in Starfleet.
Somebody watched us dance.
And for this, Boop boop. Arya, are there any ships in transporter range?
No.
No.
No, Captain.
Japan to Captain's ready room?
Okay, it's gonna take her a second because she was
Right, she's
on the Stella. Are you like telling her it's like an emergency? Or
Yeah, I'm calling an emergency
Okay,
team to my ready room. So.
site to site transport. Who wants to make that roll? I think that would be like difficulty 3 or 4.
Intruder alert to Captain's ready room.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
sounds like an engineering thing, right?
Yeah. So I think let's call it difficulty 3.
That'd be transporters.
Because you're
Yeah.
doing it from a
Control
site
engineering.
without
Control
a
engineering.
transporter pad to another site without a
Okay.
transporter pad.
So at this point, I'm on the bridge.
And it
I
says
run
supported
10
by
feet to my
the
right.
ship's sensors and
Yeah.
engineering.
So can the ship assist?
Yeah.
With sensors and engineering? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want some momentum to buy dice? I'll spend my
Yeah.
last chip.
So that is 2.
Yeah. So with 3, you can get 2 dice. That way we don't turn to pan inside out.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Please don't turn to pan inside out. I like her too much.
Yes.
Even though none of y'all became friends with her yet.
She keeps us all at arm's length.
Oh, and I haven't seen anyone say I'm gonna
Right,
crack
we
that
haven't
nut.
been- we haven't been bending backwards to do it.
I am
And
making friends
it's the
with
ship's
chef.
what?
That's true.
It's the ship's what?
Sensors and engineering.
5 successes.
And
Okay,
engineering,
great. So
a
you-
12.
you-
We get one more roll of a 12 for the computer. We've got a 5.
Okay, so
Okay, so 6 successes. Then.
okay, great. So you clear it by 3.
Okay.
And so like a Tapan, materializes there in like your like ready room with her hand on her phaser, and she's like, Captain.
She's probably a little.
And
lost.
she
She's "Whoa."
looks over to see the admiral there, and you see her eyebrow raised just a little bit.
There are no ships in transporter range.
I see. And what would you like for me to do, Captain?
You're not the admiral.
What do you mean I'm not the admiral? Here I am, and I'm trying to give you some orders, and you need to promote that Ensign Simpson. And then like as he's talking about, Admiral Makarov walks in through the door to the ready room, and he's like, Captain, I need you to promote that Ensign Johnson. I see great things for him. I think you're underutilizing him. And so there's like two Admiral Makarovs here, both attempting to give you the hard sell on Ensigns Simpson and Johnson.
They're playing with the gene splicer thing.
Right.
The gene lock.
Yeah, and so that is the end of that scene. So curtain rises on you guys in the conference room, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. Things on the ship are starting to go like out of control. Like you're getting all sorts of bizarre reports of like people and objects that shouldn't be there, creatures that shouldn't be there. Like you've gotten word that there might be a couple of Magados roaming the decks. Do you want me to show you a
Dog
picture?
things, yeah.
They're like horned gorillas.
Oh yeah, the horned gorillas.
Okay.
They haven't hurt anyone yet. They just seem mostly curious and like disoriented. But
Aria,
like
I think we need to talk to your friend Harvey.
Harry.
Harry.
Okay, so yeah, like things are going a little bit out of control here.
Okay. Are we like in a meeting?
Yeah, you are all talking about like what to do about all of this.
Captain, I have not
Okay.
been able to pinpoint it yet, but I sense a presence on the ship.
Look wild.
Yeah.
Can you work to pinpoint it?
I'm trying. And
Okay.
keep
I'll let you do another roll.
Okay.
Does anyone have any chips left?
I do.
I see. I can get one more out of
I'll be nice and
Yeah.
give you a chip.
Okay, so that'll get us 2 more.
We got 3 over here.
Okay.
So that's just
over there.
Oh, 2 more then?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so again, if we spend all those, it's 3 more dice?
3 more dice.
Okay, let me see. What was it I was rolling again? It was reason, science, wasn't it? Okay, so 7 successes.
7 successes. Okay, so you clear that by 3, so you get 3 momentum, and you get to roll your work.
All right. Oh, there we go.
What'd you get?
7.
7. So you not only do the 5 that you need to get one breakthrough, you get another one because you filled out the track.
Okay.
So you have 2 of your three breakthroughs right now, and that brings the difficulty down to 2 the next time that you get to do it.
Okay.
So yeah, you can like make out. There's definitely a consciousness, but it's garbled, and like you're trying to make sense of it because they're thoughts of a nature that you never sensed before.
Right.
And it's just like nonsense to you right now.
I don't want to give that man access to more parts of the ship. Let's go to sickbay.
Okay, have you just been keeping him in sickbay this entire time, or did you actually throw him in the brig?
What? Was the doctor done with him?
Oh yeah,
I
like
thought the doctor was like observing him.
He was
'cause
just-
he was concussed. I guess we have the ability to heal a concussion.
I was gonna say like a concussion is just like
Yeah.
like
Well, we kept him in sickbay under doctor's orders for observation because we couldn't technically put him in the brig.
okay. So you guys are talking about going down there
I
to
think
see
we're
him.
going to go down and see
Okay,
him.
so and the doctor is in the room with you right now, correct?
I don't know.
Like, did you want him? Like, did you call him
Sure.
into
Yeah.
this conference
Yes.
to leave Harry there with the nurses or whatever?
And the security officer.
Sure.
Yes.
So the doctor's there in the room with you, and he's just like, "Oh, fine, we can go talk to him." But like, as people are getting up to go, like he like looks down in his arms and he sees, you all can see like there's an infant Tellarite in his arms now,
Oh no, this motherfucker's evil, even if they're babies.
and you can see like Dr. Jog is like, he's like. And like you can see like the longer that he's like looking at the baby Tellarite, the more emotional he's about to get, and then he's like, and he just like walks out with it without even like saying anything.
Okay.
Is anyone like chasing after him or trying to ask him what's going on, or?
Somebody needs to. I feel like that's your job, but I want you with me. I need your bullshit detector.
I will go after him.
Oh, okay. So how are we doing this? Also, like, how are we? Actually, I would say before we do any of that, let's see. Let's split up the D20 5 ways.
So that's every 4.
Okay. So let me roll a D20 and see who it picks. 14.
So 4, 8, 12, 16.
Okay.
So that's you. I think so. What is Merzen's kind of deepest desire, or one of his deepest desires? It doesn't have to be the only thing, but like one of like.
Being able to have sex with a person.
Oh, that's probably not a bad one. Yeah. So.
I mean, like
Sure.
I'm not here to tell you what. So is that your like deepest desire?
Sure. We'll use that for now.
How do you want that to manifest here? Because I don't want to put words in your mouth on how this goes down here.
We'll say like like when we were planning the party, we had that Ryzen that we talked to at the shop kind of thing. Like she shows up or something.
Okay, so like you go out the door, it like whooshes open, and like there is like the Ryzen and like negligee, like Merzen. I've been waiting for you. Why did you take so long to come back to me? When you know I
She has
want
a
you.
helmet on her.
When you, yeah, she has the helmet in your dreams. She's like, why did you wait so long to come back to me when you know I want you so badly?
Is anybody else picturing Drag Magneto?
That's really good.
Yeah, it's Drag Magneto. Yeah,
Magneto.
so yeah, you have this like barely clothed woman like throwing herself at you, and she's wearing the thing that lets you know like game on.
Right.
Like, what do you do? And everyone can see this, by the way.
I'm like, get it.
What's your rank?
Lieutenant Commander.
Lieutenant Commander!
Yes, Captain.
Control yourself!
Oh, don't listen to them. They're just jealous that they can't do what you can do.
Do I see the doctor anywhere?
No, he's like gone down that hallway.
Okay.
He's already on a turbo lift.
I'm like, hold that thought, and I go after the doctor.
Okay, he's got a head start.
And you're running with a boner. So.
Okay, so you're not catching
I
up.
use that
with
to help. Boing.
Yeah, you're not catching up to him with that boner. So yeah, and you know what? I think just to kind of speed things along, I'm gonna roll another d20, and you're disqualified.
So we're
So
going by fives then.
11.
5, 10, 15.
What is Corey's one of Corey's deepest desires?
I am imagining. Okay, now we're getting really deep into this character that I'm playing around with. I imagine
Well, why shouldn't we?
part of their deepest desires is to truly be an androgynous being.
Okay. So, interesting. How do you think that would manifest?
Seeing themselves as a truly androgynous being.
Are you just a change in your mental thing, or would there be corresponding
A physical, I think, with physical changes.
Okay, so yeah, your uniform changes its fit however it was fitting before into you are now a generic doll
Yeah.
there, and you feel it come over you. So how do you react in that moment, Captain Corey?
So I feel it come over me.
Yeah, you notice that.
Okay.
You have the feeling of true androgyny.
I feel empowered.
Okay. Yeah.
And I am moving with.
Yeah.
These words mean different things in here, but focus and determination.
Yes. All right. So you are zoning in on you are gonna nail that motherfucker in the sickbay to the wall. Yeah.
And so help me God, if he pulls something, I'm going to roll that die and I'm going to end up killing him.
All right. So you all are going in opposite directions with purpose. We can figure out what are you two going with them either? Are you just going back to your post
I would probably go after the doctor.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you and Merzen are going after him. Are you also going after the dog?
I think
He is your bud.
Yeah, he's my buddy.
Yeah.
We hung out
You
at
did
that
just
club.
spend 2 weeks talking about penises. So.
Yeah. Showing him your penis, describing the
Looking
perfect
at pictures of penises he was showing you.
describing the perfect penis. Your dream penis.
Yeah, I was gonna say when my desire pops up.
Oh,
You said you wanted to see the perfect penis.
oh
and
my
you
god.
left
Oh my god. You guys, your minds are in the gutter.
Okay.
Everything so far has been sex and
The Greek city
Ghibli
state
bit
screwed me
related.
up, man.
Okay, are you coming with me, Aria?
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. So which of these do you want
Utopia.
to deal with first? Harry or the doctor?
I think the doctor's going to be the funnier story. Because I think Harry's going to move us on, or could.
It just depends. So you're wanting to see what's going on with the
I
doctor
think the
first?
doctor is first.
Okay, so you guys are not able to catch up to the doctor before, I would say you lose track of him in the turbo lift.
Okay.
So what are you doing to try to track him at that point?
Can you see where the turbo lift is going?
That's my first thought.
If you're asking
The
so
walls.
I'll help you along with this. You can ask the computer where the doctor's current location is.
No, that's true. Okay.
Turbo Lift 3.
Yes. Computer, where is the doctor located?
Turbo Lift 3. He is exiting. He is currently exiting on the deck where his residence is, his quarters.
Okay. Okay. Get into a turbo lift, crew quarters.
Okay, so by the time that you get to his quarters, obviously he's inside and the door is closed.
Can you security override?
I would think so.
I imagine he can as second officer
Yeah.
or first officer.
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, you can do, like, security override, blah, 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 blah.
I think you could also knock on the door.
You could
Well,
also
that's what I was thinking,
you
like,
could
maybe
always
have-
you could always ask, because so far you haven't even asked if you can
That's
come
true.
in.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
that's
I could-
true.
I was like, I would have him do it since they're closest.
Push button, yeah. Alright.
Yeah. You would hear the "Booyah," and
What's his first name?
his first name is Brog. Brog Globjog is his full name.
Rob God. What? That's
You
that's what I
would
shot at. Rob God.
you wouldn't say the glove part if you were just referring to him casually.
We're buddies, and
Yeah.
that's how I call him.
Brog Glob.
Broglod. That's my pet name for
You
him.
call him by his first and middle name.
Yeah.
So
He's in
yeah,
trouble.
there's no answer.
John Michael.
Broglod, we're coming in, buddy.
And you hear the response like, "Please don't. Just please give me some time.
Don't worry. We're coming to help, man.
I don't need help.
Everybody needs a little help once in a while.
I'm telling you, I don't need help."
You're
Damn
getting you're getting cranky.
Well, they like arguing.
Yes.
It's true, but this seems you get the idea that this
Yeah.
isn't like fun argument. This is like I'm actually angry argument.
What am I
Want
sensing
me to
from him?
override or do we?
Okay, great question. You are sensing. Oh gosh,
You want him to roll?
Yeah. Let's roll first. What are you wanting to roll? I know that empathic abilities are kind of fuzzy in here.
Right.
I'm gonna say the difficulty, because you don't have you don't have an eye line on him, so I'm gonna say difficulty 3.
This seems like maybe
I'm gonna say insight.
science.
Yes, sure. Let's say that.
Difficulty 3, so you
Difficulty
probably at least want to buy one.
Probably want
Oh
one.
god, this is a more roll heavy night than I imagined.
Right?
Well, that's
Oh, I got
probably
3
three.
successes actually,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Oh, great. So you get. There's a lot of feelings in there. There is immense joy and relief. But there's also sadness underneath it all.
Are they all coming from him?
Yes, this role was specifically for him.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I'm like, if I suddenly like sense 2 different things or something. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. You were focusing on him, and that is what you were getting. Like he's feeling a great joy and relief, but there's also like some sadness there.
I'm putting together a sad story now.
Yes.
It's his child.
Do we know if he lost a child?
You remember him telling you when you were kind of like palling around the starbase that he's married with and had an adult child, an adult son.
Okay. Okay. I'm sensing joy and relief, but also sadness. But I'm not sure how it translates here.
Well, you're the ranking officer in this thing, unless you have any more insight as the closest friend there. I would imagine that you kind of keep your hangouts kind of breezy.
Yeah, it's not going to get into that territory.
I was say, we don't really need him for anything now.
Right.
Would there be any harm in just leaving him alone?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think he's probably
Given
okay.
the
Just let him kind
information
of
we've got.
process.
Right.
All right, Bob.
I mean, you.
We'll let you hang.
I
Let us
mean,
know.
you can probably be like, you've been confronted with something that you know that you desired quite a lot, so the captain hasn't shared what's happened with them, but like
Right.
you would know that like that's happened to you. It's possible this is what's happening around the ship.
Yes. Okay.
Somebody wants that freaking ape thing?
Hey,
So I think
we didn't
People
like. You're the only ones that
getting-
made it a sex thing so far. Like,
So
That's
is that
true.
is Dragman
We don't know it's not a
chasing
sex
you
thing
down
with
the
the
hall or
ape.
something?
That's true.
I know it's not a sex thing. Yeah.
okay. I think people are getting something that they desire greatly.
Oh God.
Oh Lord, some gaggle.
Oh, and as you say that,
Put me in the
Um,
container tube.
so 1 to 10, 11 to 20.
Are you leaving Arya out of it?
She's with you.
Oh, okay.
We haven't left
that's
that scene yet.
Okay.
Yes.
19. What is it that made your desires deeply?
Like,
And it, like we're talking like more than just like
I get it, I get it,
I
don't
want a new
worry.
bike for Christmas, or you know, like
I want a new bike for Christmas. Major's not 13.
Want toes.
Dr.
No.
Taylor would beg to differ.
I was gonna say, it's. I want a homestead
Okay.
on some rural backwater planet with Jillian Taylor overlooking some just rolling hills and stuff like that.
Okay. So from around the corner, Dr. Taylor shows up,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Major, I've been looking for you everywhere. You have to see what I got for us." It took a while because it was a very hotly contested parcel of land, but look at what I got us in South Dakota. You know, like, do you see this this vintage ranch that I got us, fully retrofitted with all the amenities, like transporter pad not more than a few miles out from the ranch. Like, it's incredible. There's cows, there's horses. We can do whatever we want with this land.
That's really good. I just. Is there like a term of service in Starfleet? Like, what's the equivalent there?
Great question. How far into this? No, you're a year and some change into your current tour.
What do you sign up for? Like,
You tell me what you think you had him sign up for, because I don't know that we've ever had it.
like runs for 5 years, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, is that semi-reasonable?
Yeah, sure. So she's like, oh, God, I need you home with me now.
I've got 4 years, baby.
Come on. And she's like pulling you away.
I want to, but there's things
Major,
happening on
look,
the
there's a heated pool.
shit. I've always wanted to.
She keeps scrolling like,
It's the realtor pics.
yeah. Yeah, so she is doing that with you right now, screen wide, because you said you aren't gonna do anything with Dr. Jog, right?
Great.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so screen wipe, where you're barging into the
Harry Mudd.
you're barging into the sickbay that are the security officers inside or outside?
Inside?
Okay, so you walk in, they're like posted by the door with, you know, they've got their faces on their side. They're like, "Captain, we didn't know what you wanted. Look at this. We're not sure whether we should intervene or not." And like, as you look in, you see like Harry Mudd with two like gorgeous women, like with him. Like, he's laying back on the like medical bed. Like, two gorgeous women are tending to him.
Who are not part of my crew.
No, they're dressed like, you know, 60s space floozies,
Okay.
like from the original series, like with the big hair and like bare midriffs and like flowy like. Yeah,
I got into my damn wigs. Look,
Yeah.
Barbarella.
They've got the like cat's eye makeup on, and like they're like feeding him grapes. There's like riches all in front of. He's got like a crown on his head.
Okay.
So he's like, Captain.
Harry
I
Mudd.
must say, jolly good ship you run here.
Yes. Well, I happen to believe that it is your uninvited guest that is fulfilling the wishes of everybody aboard my
uninvited
ship.
guest. I haven't the foggiest.
Give me a second. Okay. So, what I'm going to say once. You will explain yourself to my satisfaction, or you will find yourself in the brig.
Okay, let me see here. He is going to.
If you can get her, Nick would like to take her for a walk.
Sure. Come here. He is going to try to charm you to bring it down from like the
Okay.
10 you're at
And I'm
to a
trying to
3.
intimidate him with presence plus command.
So and he's got his pool of 1 that he's always got with him at the start of
Okay.
every scene. So he is, and I'm going to. Give me 6 up there. And then, so I'm going to buy dice with like 1, 2, 3. So he gets another 20. 11, 12. Oh no, he doesn't have to pay for that. So yeah, he wouldn't pay that. He just pays the 5 to get that because he gets 1 automatically when he's trying to. Oh wait, no, that's not true. Okay, so he is trying to charm you, and so that's going to be daring command. One,
Are we all out of chips?
3,
I've got 2.
4. Ooh!
If we want me to beat him, I'm gonna need it.
5, 6.
Yeah, I don't even know that I can do it with him.
This is what he's good at.
Okay,
He's a flim
so
flammer.
3 dice
A flim flammer.
plus my 2. I need another die. We can open that or steal one of John's.
So yeah, we can just remember that I have 6.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to beat a 6.
Are you backing me up?
Yes. How? Yes.
How is the question? What are you doing to back me up?
Well, I'm seeing through his bullshit for one thing. He's
Yes.
just trying to be charming.
You were my bullshit leader.
Yes. He's bullshitting you, Captain.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I got a complication. But arbitration, may I count arbitration?
Arbitration? No, this isn't an arbitration. Like,
Okay.
no, you're not arbitrating
I'm trying to
something.
intimidate him.
Yeah.
Personal security or diplomacy.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, this doesn't sound like any diplomacy I've ever heard.
Okay.
Put him in a head.
So I have 4. with
Okay.
1 complication plus your assist.
Have you already rolled your assist? If you can get 2 successes out of this,
One.
You would at least match
one,
him.
One.
Oh, that's a single digit. That's a 3. Yeah, you got 2 successes.
got 2?
well, do you have a focus that helps you?
Psychology?
Okay. So you meet him.
Uh-huh. But I have the complication.
You have the complications, so you actually kind of are getting to like him. He's a rascal, but like there's something kind of cute in his rascalness. Like he's kind of lovable.
still want to
Like, yeah, but you're like, oh, I can't stay mad at you.
What is it?
That doesn't sound like what I just described, Richard.
What is it? Driving us crazy.
I don't see how it could. I mean, aren't you enjoying yourself? I certainly am. And he like, and like one of the girls is like,
natural.
She nasty.
yeah. So
Some sushi
you are there. So what is Arya's one of Arya's deepest desires?
stuff. Ooh.
Oh, it's not sexual.
I didn't think
Finally,
it was.
finally.
I thought this was gonna get dark.
No. Yeah. Well, no. I don't know if it's dark. It's just acceptance by her dad.
Okay.
Because he was the
That's
reason that she
better.
ran away.
Okay.
And she's doing all this stuff, so she really wanted. She really would like for dad to see her and to be proud of her.
Okay. So describe your father, or how he would
How
look
does
today.
your father look as he walks around the corner in
Yeah.
the sick bay?
Yeah.
Well, how would he look today?
Or how Arya thinks he would look today. I don't know if it's been like 20 years since you've seen him or
Well,
what.
he's dead.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
But it has been, yeah, I think like 15 years
So
for her.
it's however Arya remembers him.
How she remembers him, okay. That black dude from Pitch Black.
Is that Keith David?
I think so.
So Keith David,
The Vin Diesel movie?
Right? Yeah.
because like wasn't he like a priest or something, or
Uh-huh.
like some sort of like spiritual person? He had like face tattoos and.
Yes.
Does your father also have them?
No, not the tattoos. He was a
Okay.
businessman. So
Okay, well I don't know. He
Yeah.
could be from a culture that
I don't know. They were very strict by the numbers.
Okay, so Keith David
It's your daddy.
walks into the sick bay at that moment and is like, Arya. No, I can't do his voice. Obviously I can't do his voice.
Right.
It's like, Arya,
Oh,
I've been
that
looking
guy.
all over for you. And he looks contrite as he never did in life. And he's got like emotion welling up in his eyes. You can see like you can't remember ever seeing him that vulnerable before. It's affecting you. Like,
It's making me angry.
is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's not how he was. I know this isn't real and this is cruel. And I just had therapy at the beginning of this episode.
But it's what
damn
you
it.
wanted.
It's what I wanted, but I know it's impossible. And I think that's the thing about all of this.
I don't
is
think
we know
it-
it's impossible.
It's not impossible for me to realize that I was wrong and that I should have been there for you, my little
Now,
girl.
You don't exist.
And he comes in close for like a hug.
And I step back.
Okay. She's like, what's wrong? I know I've done so many things wrong in your life,
Yeah,
but
like he died.
and I apologize for that.
I'm sorry, y'all. That was insensitive.
So yeah, he is trying to make good with you, and
And I'm just trying to put distance between me and him, and I'm about to choke out Harry Mudd or whatever the hell his name is.
okay, yeah, like what else are you wanting to do with him right now? Because right now he's like enjoying things. You're kind of like this rascal.
It's gonna be no help. Okay, I think we need to find you and have you do another psychic roll.
Yeah, so we are screen wiping back. Where are you now?
Did we leave the doctor's quarters yet, or are we still standing outside?
I know we had the screen
Right.
wipe.
She
when
was
we decided
seducing
to-
him with a
You know.
Alright, so we were starting to walk away.
Like
around the corner.
Dr. Taylor is like distracting you. The Mugatos are still
Okay, just
wandering
Running
around the
through
ship.
halls.
So we're walking up the hallway outside of the doctor's quarters, I guess,
Uh-huh.
away from the doctor's quarters.
Okay, so yeah, I am going to spend some of my threat as you round that corner, you see one of those Mugatos,
Okay.
and it's like, ooh.
Shoot it.
Well, it hasn't done anything aggressive yet, so...
Don't give me a chance.
And it's like coming closer. Like it's curious and it's coming closer.
This is your desire?
No, somebody else created it or whatever. It's just doing
Yeah.
its thing.
Yeah, it's doing its thing, coming closer. Do you know anything about Mugatos? Does anyone here want to roll to see what they know about Mugatos?
Ash
I have
Ketchum should know something
xenobiology.
about them.
Okay, so if you want to do me like a difficulty 2 xenobiology roll, that would be reason science, I think. Difficulty 2. You can buy more dice with thread if you want, if you're out of chips.
Well,
I can't believe we went through all
I
these
am
chips.
going to buy a die with threat because I have bold science.
Oh, all right. How much do you want to buy?
Just one.
Just one, okay.
Because that allows me to
Oh,
roll.
he adds it to spend it. Okay. I'm getting confused.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
and I can reroll 5.
5?
Yep.
Okay, great. I will read off everything that there is to know about Mugatos. They are usually encountered as breeding pairs. Mugatos are large ape-like creatures that have a long horn on top of their heads and a venomous bite. Almost always white in coloration, Mugatos, also known as Gumatos, are said to have the strength of 10 people. And you know that they're pretty resilient, physically resilient. They like to smash things. They like to bite things. In fact, they have their own threat pool. You know that they have a neurovenom in their bite that would be especially bad to have happen to you. They're sturdy. We already talked about that. They have prehensile hands and feet, so they can do things with them.
I have prehensile hands.
Yeah,
I have a
well,
prehensile tail.
you could attempt to,
Nature Duke could have a pretty-
and this is like a picture of what they look like,
Oof, we went through
No.
that.
the breeding pair.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's
suggest
like so
we-
far it's just curious. It doesn't look aggressive. It's just like, and it's getting closer.
Right.
Right, but
But
it's
it's
don't
saying
let
as
it
part of
bite
their
you.
curiosity, they bite things. As a
Yeah, I
matter
was
of
like,
course.
don't let it bite you.
And then the other, and then the female comes in, like not far behind, because she wants to know what the male is like doing. And she's like, whoop. So you've got two Mugatos kind of moseying your way, kind of
Are
curious.
we anywhere near like one of our quarters, kind of thing?
Or the turbo lift.
I'm gonna say like this is like a deck that is mainly crew quarters, yeah, and it's gonna be officers' quarters because obviously the chief medical officer was there, so important officers are probably quartered here.
Okay, so
My
try and
room's
like
out.
back away slowly and get to one of our quarters and close the door. And that way.
Yeah.
You're not wanting to make friends with your prehensile tail.
He doesn't want his tail bitten.
They're not gonna yank it.
With their 25 strength.
Right.
Yeah.
Strength of
Pop.
9 men. Is that what you said?
10.
I like my tail attached.
The doctor's a little preoccupied right now for sewing it back on.
It's true. You're gonna have to settle with a nurse.
So yeah, I suggest we back into a quarter.
Or is the turbo lift close, or are they going to
Sure.
get locked in a quarter?
Sure,
'Cause, like,
yeah.
you want to get off the deck.
The Mugatos have not cut you off from the turbo lift.
Okay, get to the turbo lift then, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Just leave them alone.
How quickly are you leaving?
I would say like
Walk fast,
Yeah.
but not like run necessarily.
definitely not run.
Not trying to get them to chase or anything, but trying to get there quickly.
Okay, so they're just kind of like curiously following you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Make yourself really big. But don't run. Don't trigger their prey.
And as you're going to the turbo lift, what is Karaka's? What is one of his deepest desires?
I think something that he thought he would never get as a family.
Okay, so what kind of a family does Karaka want?
A wife, a husband, 4 kids.
Oh, okay. So as you get into the
Turbolift opens.
The
and there's your
turbolift-
wife, your
there
husband,
they
and
are.
4 kids.
A wife and a
so
husband.
so yeah, they are. Yeah. So the wife is there. Like, are they fellow Cations? Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're so. Like, what do they look like? Like, what kind of Cations are they?
Just the wife, orange tabby.
Okay, so she's Garfield.
Baking lasagna.
Bacon lasagna.
Yeah.
No, she already made it. It's in a pan.
Yeah.
No, she's got she
Crispy edges.
she's got that like bleeding little strip of like steak with her, and she's like, "I made dinner, honey," and your husband is like, "Whoa, dude, you're looking swole," and he's like feeling up your biceps and tries, and is like, "Whoa, did you put another inch on these guns?"
Hi.
Your kids are licking you all over.
Yeah, yeah.
Daddy.
Your kids are kids, and they're like, daddy. It's filling the turbo lift, and the Mugatos smell the steak.
Get in, close the door.
Like, woof, woof. They're coming closer. Y'all are gonna have to step on a kitten if you're wanting in this turbo.
Oh, really?
They're not real. But
They
don't
may
tell
not be
him
real
that.
to you.
So what are you doing?
I was gonna say,
Can I
might
pick
kick-
one up and like climb in?
Give it to a Mugato, yeah.
Oh my god!
Unless you want crewmate turning on crewmate, I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
Because I feel like, well, I don't know.
Like you like this is like the family that you always fantasized about.
Yeah. But I think on another side, like my science brain would know that it's not real. So I feel like I'd be torn.
Mm-hmm. So you're like caught in like a moment, like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And you two, what are you two doing as the Mugatos are ambling closer?
I'm running. But I'm running with Jillian. She's coming.
there
Okay,
only
so
one-
you're not like
Like,
pushing her into the
come
Is there like
Mugato.
a second turbo lift we could go towards?
No.
I mean, it might be like on the other end of the deck or
It
something.
would have to be on the other end of the deck, so you'd have to like circle back around with.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to run, try and go to the other end.
Okay, so you, Major, and Jillian are going for that other turbo lift. Are you getting in, like that turbo lift with your family?
Is there room?
Oh yeah, there's room
Just
for
for you.
They're saying there's room for one more.
I would get in with my
Daddy,
family.
daddy, daddy.
Turbo lift party.
I would get in with my family.
Okay, yeah. So the door's closed. And
Big
you're,
ass family.
and you're getting sent to wherever with your family. And okay, so you guys still have the Mugatos kind of like curiously. They think it's a game now, and they're like, ooh, ooh.
Okay. Just trying to stay ahead of get to the turbo
Yeah,
lift.
okay. You can do that pretty easily if you're just kind of keeping it light and breezy and
keep-
playful
okay.
with them.
Keep thinking where like you see you run past the hallway and then I'm towing her behind me and she's like the square footage price.
That's
I'm like, come on!
exactly what she's saying. That's exactly. But there's no price because it's. But like no, it's your fantasy. So you in your fantasy you got a really good deal.
It's
Home
a sick
warranty.
deal.
Yeah, in your fantasy there was a price attached. It was great. So yeah, you make it to like another turbo lift that's on the opposite side of the deck.
Okay.
And so that gives you enough time to try to connect with the thing again if you want to.
Alright.
Again, you only have one more breakthrough left, and
Yes.
it is difficulty
Two.
2 now.
Alright.
This has been a fun little
Yeah.
exercise tonight. Learning a lot about people.
2 successes.
Okay. So then, yeah, roll your work. Hope you get 5 work or more.
Woohoo!
6.
Great. So you manage to connect to this consciousness that has been, you felt has been kind of like everywhere and nowhere.
Yes.
And you can sense that emotion. You can finally kind of decipher what it's feeling as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like scared. It's confused. It's panicking.
Okay.
And that's what you're feeling from it right now, but you can communicate with it now if you want to.
Okay. Hello. How can I help?
Someone is there?
I am here.
Who is this?
I am Merzin. Who are you?
What is immersion?
Kind of like send like a picture of myself maybe or something.
Sure.
Yeah, we try that though.
I do not understand. This is unlike anything I've seen before. Except for that one time.
Well, you mean the guy that looks like this and send him a picture of him?
Yes.
Yes.
That was the first I saw.
Yes. And what do you look like?
I do not know what you ask.
Are you completely incorporeal?
I do not understand what you ask.
You have no body.
What is body?
That would be a yes.
Thank you. Okay. So you have no physical form, is what you're saying.
I do not know that is accurate. I exist. As you do.
Yes, but you exist as a thought entity, perhaps?
I do not know what that is. I am scared. Can you help?
How can I help?
I want to go back home.
Where
I'm
is
not
home?
safe here.
Where is home?
I will not survive here.
Where is home?
And it shows you a picture of like probably something that you can deduce from when you guys were comparing notes.
It's an L-class planet.
It's an L-class planet, Dea Prime.
Okay. Captain.
Yes.
Or will I just, yeah, I know. We don't have them anymore. I gotta do that. But
This
Yeah.
captain.
I believe we need to set course back to Dea Prime. I've contacted the entity.
Very well. Major Dickey.
Just Dick.
Major Dick. Sorry, I keep doing that.
Yes, Captain.
Set course for
The zoning is
so Dea great Prime.
around the Prime. property,
We can pick up our
the faster we get to Dea Prime, the faster you'll be able to sign the contract.
Yes, Captain. Right away.
We don't have long to get it into escrow.
We've got to call the realtor.
Okay, so you are taking the turbo lift back to the bridge, I assume.
Yes.
It is basically deserted right now. No one can focus on their work right now.
Right.
So, but you need to, set the course and pilot yourselves back there.
Yeah, plotting the course without any extra die isn't going to be great.
You can buy them with threat.
Yeah, that's true. I have a thing, don't I?
You know what? Here you go. Get some. Here's 2 for you. I'm feeling bad. I'm sitting on a gold
one.
mine over here.
So I can get 1. I'll save that if we need to re-roll. Give me 1 more. Give me that green die. Yeah, green's good. Green's good.
I guess I could have given you this one. Arya has to make everything so complicated.
I asked you where it is on the ship.
I am on the ship. I am on the ship.
Are you everywhere on the ship?
I do not understand the question. I'm with you.
It looks good.
Okay.
It's still technically 3, so yeah, it'll pass.
Okay. So you...
And actually, roll the ship too. The ship rolls. Computer con.
11? No.
Yeah, definitely not.
I think I have something. That's something else. Okay, so the ship did or didn't?
It
No.
did not.
Okay, so we passed it at least. Now I got a pilot there. Oh, if successful, the next task the helmsman attempts reduces in difficulty by 1. Reduce the difficulty by a further 1 for every 2 momentum spent. I only spent 1. Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should finish reading those things.
Okay.
So now I got a pilot there?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to roll.
May I offer you a suggestion?
Yeah.
You could try to get there really fast by making some fancy maneuvers. So you could use your daring.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Whenever I can put in my daring.
Okay. I'm willing to allow it.
By the way, I have completely thought out his, right, I have my hands-on pilot with my modifications.
Okay.
And I always thought it was stupid in Star Trek how they pilot ships by pressing a touchscreen panel. So
you're
I
Tom
took,
Harris with
dude,
joysticks.
yeah, I have joysticks up there that I'm piloting the ship with.
Okay.
That was my thing. Yeah, might as well spend another one, get one, right?
Okay. Ship assisting you with computer con again. Is that right?
I'm sure it probably would. Does it have to assist with the same roll that I'm rolling? Because of the ship daring?
But does it say on your assisted sheet over there? Because I would imagine it.
What was plot course? What would
Yeah, it doesn't have one for
It
like
doesn't have one for just
fly the ship.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a difficulty 2 then, because like there's no space hazard you're gonna be going through. It's just kind of
so
your
it
general.
drops it by 1, so it's difficulty 1.
True.
Ooh.
Is that a
2?
2? Oh my. So that's 2 successes, 4 successes, 5 successes,
No assistance from the ship.
5
Ship has
successes.
not done.
You definitely. So you are
I'm actually
busting
just,
ass to get there. Are you
just
letting?
listening to Jillian while I'm doing.
Are you like? Are you giving an announcement on the ship of what you're doing?
I don't know that I know what we're doing other than...
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we need to... We have an entity on board the ship. Everyone must stop using their imaginations.
This is the opposite of a Barney episode.
Okay, that does nothing.
Yeah.
Right, but
It didn't
everybody
do
has been
anything when
duly
Picard
warned.
did it either. So.
No.
So that was season 1.
So yeah, but right now, you 3 are the only ones knowing that you're going back to Dea Prime. I just want to make sure that that's clear, that it hasn't been communicated that the ship's changing course to the rest of the crew or anything like that. I just want to make sure that this is like...
Correct, I guess so.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what
I
he
mean-
said. So
Okay.
what
Do
they
we
said.
need to let
so
people
that's-
know?
No.
Just would Harry know? I guess
I'm
not necessarily making an announcement.
Okay. So then, what are you guys doing for the rest of your journey then?
I mean, how long do you think?
I'm
it
trying to
is?
keep it calm. And
I assume you're going there by warp, correct? Like the fastest that you can,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
warp
that was
7.
the goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe I ask it how it's
Okay.
causing these
I'm
things
going to
to
back
appear.
you up this time.
What?
And tell
I mean,
me
ask
we're
it how
going
it's
back
causing
and
these
how the
things
heck
to
we get
appear.
this thing back down to the planet.
Well,
Oh, okay.
the others are busy with what they want. They will not come after me.
Nobody is trying to come after you, though, other than the one that you saw before.
I do not know that.
I'm
I
telling
do not
you,
feel safe.
We're trying to make you safe. We're taking
I am
you back home
dying.
now.
I am dying. I'm worried. And you sense that it's like gasping. It's like if a person was gasping for breath. You get that same kind of panic. It's...
We're gonna go confront Harry.
Can I
try
tell it to
find
go
out.
to a specific room, maybe, and alter the atmosphere to be closer to L class?
Interesting. Yeah. How would you like to resolve that mechanically?
That's going to be
That's an interesting
control
idea. you have.
engineering, maybe?
Okay, so you can kind of ask it what kind of environment it likes and wants, and you can try to like, you have sensor readings from whatever
was
the
there,
initial survey did on Dea Prime, so you can try to use a cargo hold and create those conditions.
Okay.
That's interesting. I didn't think of that.
Okay. I have, let's see. Focus for jury rigging, maybe? I don't know.
I think jury rigging the life support in a cargo holds.
Sure,
I think that
sure.
makes sense for focus. You can also buy 2 dice if it's going to be a hard task.
Well, yeah, what's the difficulty, I guess, is the question.
You're definitely using these systems in a way that they were not meant to be
Right.
used. I'm going to say difficulty 4.
Okay. So, buy 2 more then.
You don't get a complication.
Right.
Is that the last one?
Yeah. Okay, no complications.
And the ship assists with computers engineering? No.
Okay, but I got
useless.
6 successes.
Great. So you get 2 momentum, and yeah, you are able to turn a cargo hold into the closest facsimile of an L-class planet that has ever existed on a starship. And you tell the entity to go there, and it immediately begins to like feel you feel like the survival sort of things that it's been going through immediately start to like calm down.
Okay.
And I am no longer dying.
Good.
You are a friend.
Yes. We are taking you back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so as it does that, you can, you get reports around the ship that, the things that shouldn't be there are slowly disappearing one by one, including like the shouting admirals and your father, your family, like Dr. Taylor. The Ryzen had found you and was like feeling all over your body, like when she disappears.
Hey, I got fucked up.
The Mugatos are sadly disappear as well, even though the crew was getting used to them.
Well, they're great as long as they're not biting anybody, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Ripping arms off.
Yeah. And so yeah, but no one has heard from the doctor yet.
Oh God.
He's crying in his quarters.
Right, because the baby just disappeared for a minute.
Well, this one.
Yeah, you're perfect family.
He named them.
Oh!
Are we gonna? Okay, we'll figure out the trauma roll after that.
Right. This is a whole thing.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna make you roll a trauma.
Okay.
But yeah, you've got the doctor in his quarter that hasn't come out yet. What are you gonna do about that? Like, you've got like I want to say like half a day before you're back at Dea Prime.
Okay. Now that everybody's got more concentration and can do things, I guess you can probably step away from the helm for a minute to try to talk to him.
Sure.
It practically flies itself.
Yeah, with my modifications. I put a stick on the joysticks.
You handcuff it to the chair.
Yeah. Autopilot.
I mean, it's got a button that locks in place. It's like, okay, that's the heading. We're staying there. Right?
I like the idea of the stick better. It's like a wood stick that I just prop up against it with a U-channel. Yeah, I'll be back.
You put a club on it?
Yeah. I like that. That's perfect. That fits. Okay. I go down to the turbo lift. And I go, I'm assuming he's in his quarters?
Yeah, you can ask the computer and it'll say he's in his quarters.
Whoop.
Whoop, whoop. What's the sound?
Whoop whoop. So aggressive.
Isn't it?
So yeah.
Glob gob. How
So
about we grab a beer?
so after a short pause, like the door opens, and Dr. Jog is there, and he does look like he's been crying, and he's got like a bottle of hooch in his hand. He's got a pretty good selection of booze in his
Started without me.
Yeah.
like quarters, and he's like,
Yep, let's pour one back. I got the club on, so I'm
Yeah.
good for 3-4 hours.
yeah. So he
Doesn't even
he
have a
pours.
job.
Because the ship flies itself, but we already know the ship is worthless.
Right?
He pours you a glass, and he takes a swig right from the bottle,
Perfect.
and he's just like sitting there quietly for a while.
I'm gonna sit there quietly for a while.
I bet you're wondering what I was doing.
Nope. I have a pretty good idea.
You're a fucking liar.
You good, Blob Glob?
No, I'm fucked up.
How do we unfuck you, Blob Glob?
I told you I had an adult son, and that wasn't a lie exactly, but he came down with an incurable disease, and I just had to watch him slip away from me, and I couldn't do anything about it. Do you know what it feels like to be a doctor?
This is not a major dick situation.
Yeah.
He has never trained for this.
Do you know what it's like to be a doctor and not to be able to save your own son?
Not a doctor.
Let me introduce you to Lieutenant Arion, who's the psych?
Anaya.
Anaya. I knew it
Yeah.
was an A. As soon as I said Aria, I knew that was you, and I was like, that's not right.
It's been years since I was able to see him, and then there he was in my arms again. A little boy.
It's gotta be tough.
It was, but when I got him back here, I found out I could see him at any point in his life that I wanted. If I wanted to do his 5th birthday again, I could do that. If I wanted to see him get married, I could see that too. And now he's gone for good again. And I don't know how to handle losing him a second time.
It's gonna be like, that's character building.
Yeah. He's going to be
Yeah,
so booked up.
that's where I'm going to. I mean, you didn't
It's
lose him
mandatory
again.
overtime.
Wasn't him.
It was close enough. He knew what to say.
Because it was in your head. You pull out of that. Come on back with your friends. We'll go whip you up a good meal.
I'm gonna need a minute. He takes
How
another
long has he
big
been in
swig.
here?
He takes another big swig. He's been in there. I don't know. How much time do you think has it taken?
A couple hours.
That's not bad. You can
I'm-
go longer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a couple hours. He had a couple hours with his son again. Yeah,
Okay.
I fucked him up. So
Well, we have a new person on the ship that's really much better at this than I
the
am.
cue ball.
Yeah. Suck it up, Blobgob. Go pay a visit.
Just don't let her roll a 20.
He
Yeah. She'll fuck you up bad.
he like takes another swig and like drains the bottle.
Maybe
Before.
go see her tomorrow.
You can't order me around. He like he's not. They don't get drunk. They get feisty. But yeah, that's that. You know, you get the impression that he will do that, but he won't be happy doing it.
Fair.
And then are they Greco-Roman wrestling or
What?
since it gets feisty?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that from Major Dick ever again.
Yeah.
He's like, here's the oil.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Meanwhile, Tapan is relieved no one asked her what she got.
That's probably
Well, I was
true.
about to try. And
Oh, go ahead.
send
No,
that to
no,
Japan.
please go
Where
ahead.
We're going. I'm assuming she comes back to the bridge at some point.
Yeah, she's back. She's one of the first back at her post, acting like nothing ever happened. She's
That was very interesting, wasn't it, Tapan?
a very unusual phenomenon, to be sure.
Oh, it was a life form, not a phenomenon that
Oh.
attempted to distract everybody because it thought it was under attack.
Interesting. So this was a first contact.
Of sorts, yes.
Intriguing. Will we be sending others to continue contact?
I'm not sure that is advisable. We need to get this one home first.
Agreed. There is no sign of warp development on Dea Prime, so it would be against the Prime Directive.
Yes.
And she's just like continuing to like do her like job, like completely talking around the
I
issue.
had a very interesting vision of achieving the androgyny that I have sought in my life.
It must have been very... And she's like searching for the word that an emotional being would use. Satisfying.
What experience did you have?
And she's like, she's like initially like not responding, and like you get the feeling that like she's trying to play it off like she didn't hear you, but you know like she has excellent hearing.
That one eyebrow goes up.
Japan. It's just the two of us on the bridge. Everyone else is a slacker.
So she meets your gaze, and she like turns her chair around, and she's like, I saw someone from my life.
Someone significant.
Yes, very significant.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, Captain.
Constant bonfire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her vision was not sexual.
It was not sexual. It was her mother. But she's not gonna tell you that.
Right.
But I got something out of her, so that...
Yes, you did. To her, she basically just like bared her soul to you.
Exactly, right?
It's the Vulcan version of that.
Okay, so we arrived to Dea Prime.
Yep, you arrived at Dea Prime. You kind of like shoo the entity out of the cargo hold.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if there was something we needed to do to get it there. Maybe something, since he had it in a container, kind of thing.
I mean, you're gonna have to. I mean, yeah. How close is the ship getting to the like?
Do we have to pilot down into the atmosphere to have it move off? Do we have to have it go into somebody and beam down and.
It needs to be in the atmosphere.
Okay.
For sure. You already know that it can't really survive outside of that L-class atmosphere for very long.
So.
Okay. Can we get any sort of readings off of it?
Now that we've gotten it into a specific location.
You can get readings off of it. Now that you know that you're not searching for like conventional life, you know that there's an energy.
Okay.
It seems like an energy field, like it's an energy-based life form.
Okay.
So there weren't any cells for you to find.
Right.
And that's why it had to be contained, and it like just filled the canister. But now it's more dispersed, so like it's not as concentrated, so you can't really see it with the naked eye.
Right.
Can we beam it down?
Yes, it would if you described to it what you were trying to do, it would consent.
Okay.
It would be excited to go back down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it never thought it would encounter anything like you guys, and it appreciates that some of you tried to help it, but it is just very scared and freaked out and wants to go back.
Oh, sure.
It doesn't understand any of this. Okay.
All right. Going to launch a buoy into orbit. Contact Starfleet and request that the planet be declared off limits.
Are you going to try to wheedle a Harry anymore, or just like hand him over to the authorities?
We're going to hand him over.
Like I say, is there anything in his logs to indicate how he managed to detect and capture this thing?
Now that the
invisible.
jig is up, you know, he'll probably be a little bit more willing to let you know, kind of like, especially if you're like, man, how are you able to do that? It just blew by. Like,
well, right, yeah. Now he's gonna want to brag about it. Exactly.
Yeah, like he'll say, well, you see, I had a customer on that starbase that had a rumor of a creature that granted your wildest fantasies. And so he paid for someone to go out and collect it, because I don't know if you've ever been to Dea Prime. It's not exactly a walk in the park, I'll tell you that much. And so I used my equipment to go down there. I hunted down one of those creatures, and I collected it in one of those canisters. And I was going to bring it back to my buyer, but looks like I will be going back for rehabilitation.
And if you play your cards right, your buyer will be joining you.
It's fucking Rocco, isn't it?
I don't
Yes,
know.
you may get some leniency if you,
if you
give up your buyer.
Give up your buyer. You may
I'm usually not. This last time in the clink was the longest that I've ever been, so I usually can find my way out just fine. Besides, Federation rehabilitation camps are like a vacation compared to a Klingon or Romulan prison camp.
Isn't that planet in the Klingon territory? Perhaps we should be turning Mr. Mudd over to
Rorapente?
the Klingons.
You wouldn't cross the neutral zone to take me to Rorapente.
Isn't that planet staked by the Klingons? Major?
How would I know that?
Just say yes.
Just say yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I know a way through the neutral zone.
Like, you are bullshitting a bullshitter.
We are.
Yes.
Like, he knows, like, you would never risk all-out war with the Klingons just to drop off Harry Mudd to Rorapente.
But where he's gonna get the last. This is how I imagine the episode laughing of him laughing as
Yeah.
the Starbase
Is
security
there
personnel
a-
come on board to pick him up.
Yeah.
He's laughing in our face.
Yeah.
Does it provide an extended sentence since he has confessed to potential slavery of a?
Yeah, I think we can provide all the
entity.
facts to the Federation arbiter.
Well, you can tell them anything you want. Good old Harry Mudd knows his way around.
Unfortunately, that's what your record says.
He's very smug as he is walked off of your ship to whatever fate will befall him there.
Until next time.
Yeah, but that was the two tragedies.
Look at one.
Fair enough.
Yay.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that one because I had very little of that planned.
Okay.
It worked out very
So,
well.
thank you all to the stream.
Yeah.
We have 5 viewers currently.
Awesome, thank you. I hope everybody watching enjoyed it.
We've maintained about 5 to 8 or 9.
Yeah,
the
we've
whole
had
time.
Yeah.
Wow,
every viewer.
that's a record, I think.
Yeah.